That might have been it.
Well, things kind of went black there. EMP blast, who knows? Nonetheless, we did go ahead and get that first part of qualifying done. We welcome you from the World Center of Racing. Once again, I'm Jonathan Ramos alongside Jarrett Lundberg. You know, we missed qualifying. We do know the 5 drivers that have been locked in. We're going to know from our pit reporter here in just a matter of moments. But nonetheless, we are getting ready to go with duel number 1 here from Daytona International Speedway. Left side of your screen, you see the drivers that are getting ready to duel: William Schmidt, Eladam Contreras, and so many more. And before we get into that, let's go ahead and actually check in with our pit reporter, that in Frank DeAngelis. We are once again so sorry about what happened. We know a bunch of you guys are coming in kind of just as things go on and materialize, but nonetheless, very grateful to have all of you getting ready for tonight's action. The cars are rolling off from Daytona International Speedway. Jared, are you ready?
I'm ready, man. I don't know what it was trying to stop us, but I'm ready to go.
Ready to go, nonetheless.
Let's get our Fast 5 figured out here. Remember, top 17 on that scoreboard are the ones that make it through.
So we're going to go ahead and actually grab Xander McKinney, who could give us an update here. Xander, you're our in-race pit reporter for now. Who are the 5 drivers that made the show?
Our 5 drivers in. Actually, I can't see that yet because I'm in Duel 1, but I saw Burrows, Cody, the 60 car, Wilkerson, and then I can't remember the other 2, but I'm just hoping we can sail through this pretty cleanly. So congrats to those 5 guys, and hope they can make something happen on Friday.
Absolutely. Well, we're thankful to have you on as well. Cars spacing from Daytona International Speedway. Let's go ahead and get our starting lineup, as we'll soon also be able to get the understanding of who is in and who is out. And a great opportunity for racing nonetheless. We are pacing as of this moment. Let's check it out for duel number 1. Abraham Vila will not be on the front row here. Actually, matter of fact, these are the drivers that made it.
Yeah.
Abraham Vila and Jacob Wilkerson, I believe, are the ones that did make the show as well. So we're going to be able to figure this out as time goes on. Anthony Burrows and Davis Lewis, they were also able to make it into the show. Congratulations to those drivers. And the 5th driver, Cody Nagels, who makes it in the number 60. Those are the 5 drivers that will race. William Schmidt will be a part of duel number 1 as
so, the outside. The outside. That's the outside row is all the ones in this race. So Jackson Byes starting 3rd, and 4th would be Braden Movick.
Rolling off in the 5th position will be Van Drugman. That means Finnegan Myers is in the next duel. Jason Hall will be starting from the 6th position.
Then you got Kenny Reel, who's going to be rolling off there on the bottom in 7th.
And then that will bring Dean Brummett rolling off from the 8th position. 9th, Derek Shaver. 10th, Matthew G. Baker. 11th, Michael Gregory.
And in 12th, we have Terrell Baker, TCB, trying to make a perfect attendance. And Will Shack right behind him.
Wait to see Shaq back. Christian Delgado's in this duel. Same with Jeff Perchatsky, as well as Zayden Cortinez. I'll be joining in as well with Nathan Dew.
Cody Workman will be right behind him. And then after Workman, I think we have a pretty familiar face, Eric Estep.
Yes, indeed. Eric will be with Zachary Trull, who made an 18-hour drive from Minnesota. Connor Murphy will be joining in with Wyatt Roberts. Fyodor Dovchenko racing from Russia, and then Jeff Acevedo.
Matt Deason right behind him, and Joey Stone in the Flintstones machine.
Nice to see him back. Lane Sanders will be joining in as well with Xander McKinney, and that will wrap out the starting grid for duel number 1. Jarrett, final thoughts. We will be getting the one to go next time by. They want to make sure RPC is good to go as we are running some diagnosis tests. We really don't know what happened, but plan on having it, 1, for sure taken care of by this Friday. And 2, it could be just because there's so much excitement from the PC it overloaded, just like you all watching back at home.
Yeah, I'm just... It's bittersweet knowing it's the last one, but all the work that's been put into it, all of the crazy moments in testing, everything all together, I'm just ready to go.
Let's go ahead and check in with our pit reporter, Frank DeAngelis. Frank, welcome to the crew.
All right, what's up?
You're a pit reporter? What do you got for us?
Definitely a rocky start. Don't know what happened on your guys' end, but I had about a lot of people yelling at me. I didn't know what to do, so I just kept extending the yellow.
We got the one to go here.
I made it one more lap. I was just going over with them just to be smart, cool, collected, wreck each other at the end, not the beginning. We got a few really good stories heading into this duel. I don't know who's in what. I didn't check the duel lineups, but Demos going for the five wins for e-tickets. That would be huge if he needs to make it through the duel to even try that. Zachary Trull was in Minnesota less than 24 hours ago. He drove over 18 hours overnight, slept in his car, made it home specifically to make the duels tonight. He's beast for that. Braden Mavic, as usual, he's looking for a win. You got the usual guys up here. We got some Coke talent, we got Conklin, we got Pro talent, people like Garza. I'm running out of things to say.
It's okay. A pre-race hit just had to be one topic, but I love the fact that you're giving everybody every piece of information.
I don't know if you saw the top 5. I just texted you too late. My pizza came beautiful, brand new Chicago deep dish. Trying it for the first time from this Italian place that just opened. We got Vila, Wilkerson, Burrows, Davis Lewis, and Cody Niegels. That was your top 5. They are in for the race.
All right. Well, thank you so much for those updates, man. That must have been a mouthful as we got ready to go racing. We hope you enjoy your pizza and, enjoying the show from Pit Road. Continue to give us updates throughout the afternoon.
No problem. Pizza is good.
Pizza is good. Wow. Pre-race hits usually are one segment. He let us know everything that's going on.
That was great. That was awesome.
So we'll get the one to go this time by. Nonetheless, we're ready to go racing. Toyotas will be leading us to green. We got a Chevrolet and Ford up there in row number 2. Chevy and Ford back in row number 3 as well. It will be Jason Hall and the Aaron's Dream Machine. And then on the inside, the Miller Lite Ford Mustang by Van Drugman. Van Drugman is a 2-time winner, one of the many drivers that went back-to-back. He's looking for an opportunity for us to go green. We got the one to go here, Jarrett. Let's do it. Let's light the fuse in Duel 1 here at Daytona for the NWP 400. The quick climb up to 200 plus miles an hour it will be as they get into turns 1 and 2. The 31 degrees of banking now rise to Eladam Contreras and Braden Mavic. They lead it off turn number 2.
One of the most difficult parts of the test was just how fast they get up to speed. And you see 2x2 for now. It's not because they're stuck in a train. It's just a matter of handling between them. Contreras on the high side on a rail early. Mavic looking low.
And they're going to bite first. Inside lane, William Schmidt has Jackson Byes in tow. 3 wide, Kenny reel up the gun, and he's going to find company in Matthew G. Baker. Hasn't ran with us since the 2025 Florida 500. Back from, I believe, him being stationed out in Europe. He'll be looking for $1,000 to strike. Lap 1 in the books. It's all Eladam Contreras.
You're looking at guys trying to find the right lane to move into, just trying to save their stuff at the top while guys are trying to move forward at the bottom. Currently looking at the side, and the top 17, I mean, you're seeing that high side is the way to go if you want to get up there.
Now we're going to be watching and waiting to see who's going to be moving around. Up front, mostly, it has been the drivers that have not changed from Contreras and Mavic. Let's ride inside. This is with Van Drugman. You can't really see left side of your screen, but when that car starts to wiggle, things are going to get a little bit worrisome from some of these drivers, and mainly because it takes a couple laps from that tire wear to really start being a problem. 2 complete laps in, it's Eladam Contreras leading. TCB has found his way into the top 8.
But you see that ebb and flow with them, and these first couple laps, this is where they're going to feel the best. This is where guys can maybe make some moves, and you're starting to see, oh, there's a crash at the front. Contreras into reel. They're around 92 up and into the field. Somehow, nobody gets into him.
And they're going to keep this race green.
Wow.
And it fluctuated everything. Let's go ahead and take a look back. This was the lap prior. Well, we see Contreras on the outside. Two by two mostly. We knew it was going to be a problem at some point during this duel. We didn't know if it was going to be early. We didn't know if it was going to be late. Let's watch into turns 1 and 2.
You see that bumping in the corners there. Muvik gets into him. It looks like sends him down. They somehow kept it together. Real kept it together. They all managed to miss him, and that spreads out the pack.
And it did not have them go fully around. We know we've been trying to get the ATVO overlays up on the screen for you all. We are still working on getting that going. Nonetheless, we do stay green here at Daytona.
And you see them, how much they're spaced out, single file. You see the top, I would say, 8 have really gotten away, and then they're all coming back together because you can get huge runs with this package.
So single file on the bottom side of the racetrack. We're working lap 5 out of 50. As Jackson Buys, Kenny Reel are on the inside lane getting a shove outside Braden Muvik. Could he have something working for him?
And you know what? People asking about no caution. It has been a long-standing rule that if it's one car, everyone gets by. They usually stay green in NR. It's not like real life where we're having to have safety crews get out there. So up front, top 14 have broken away in this main pack. And then you have a couple more, I would say, Baker's falling away from them. And then from 16th on back, it's another pack all going for the transfer.
Yeah, so there's the big difference. New overlays to go ahead and showcase here at Daytona. Working lap 6 of 50, now single file. Let's go look at that transfer bubble. Jeff Acevedo and Jeff Perchatsky. Perchatsky actually has dynoed multiple race-winning engines for IndyCar. He works there for Honda. He is on the transfer bubble, but a company abroad for drivers that'll be hunting for that last spot. William Shack is there as well. He's in 16th, and then the lonesome machine of Matthew G. Baker before the rest of the field mostly isolated up front.
Yeah, with Baker, he's just basically waiting for those guys to get him. But this is a good test. You see Will Shack now 5 seconds back. That backpack starting to slowly catch the rest of the pack, getting a draft off Baker. They'll go right around him. And before you know it, they could be racing right up with the main pack once more.
Yeah, that speed difference is going to be interesting as well. I mean, these drivers we talked about before, if you can get single file, do it. It's going to be a little bit reminiscent of Daytona back in 2009, maybe 2010. And they caught Matthew G. Baker. They elected not to work with him as they'll find the way around the Chevrolet that was mostly pedaling around the bottom side of the racetrack.
He'll probably slot in right there around 20th next to Joey Stone, right in front of Eric. And you just see these guys still racing all with each other, but they have made up time. They've went from about 5.5 to about 4.8 seconds back, but they got to work together to get up towards the front.
It's going to be interesting to see how it all continues to work out. Michael Gregory is in 12th. Van Drugman is in 11th. Now, Kenny Reel, who is up front dueling for the race lead, has dropped back to the 10th position. They're chasing Braden Muvik, who is on the drive for the 4-pack to tie Daniel Mosteller, and most e-ticket wins, and that's where the conversation comes in. Who's the greatest driver to race in NR Night in America? I'll love to see it in the live chat. TCB was definitely it very early as one of the pioneers. Muvik came on the scene, was the second winner of an e-ticket event. It was the Florida 500, but since then won the USA 500. Since then has also won the NWP 400. Could it be a tie for Mosteller?
We can't get too far ahead of ourselves, John. That second pack is catching up. Less than 4 seconds back now is Shaq. What they're doing, they're diving down onto the bottom of the racetrack in the corners, taking the shortest way around, while these guys up front have all spread out. So you see Shaq is catching up slowly but surely, a 10th here, a 10th there. And if we can go back to his front bumper real quick, you'll see Cody Workman in that 18 car up ahead. They're getting closer and closer. Once they get to with about, I'd say, 3/4 of a second, they're going to start getting that draft.
Well, here's another thing. He's rolling out of the throttle. He can't be in the throttle when he's getting a shove from Brzezinski. Like, that's what we were trying to listen there for a moment. Out of the throttle, entering the tri-oval. Just a little bit of a blip so the car can settle and he can get that extra momentum shift. These drivers are having to learn throughout the afternoon if this is going to be the working matter just to make the main event.
Well, and with this group too, this is why you want to be in the second duel, because you can learn from these guys. You're seeing Eric Estep right there, and that throwback to Matt Kenseth in 05. He's going to be part of this group, learning very early. Well, this is how you catch up to that pack. I mean, they're now almost within a second back between Shaq and Cody Workman. Before you know it, this whole pack is going to be right up there racing once again, and then you're going to see some business decisions. Eric talked about he wants to kind of lay in the back, get a lay of the land. There's others that are going to be back there with him. Joey Stone right behind him. And when these guys get racing, I wouldn't be surprised if you see a few of these guys straggling, just staying back there, waiting for them to dice it up.
And that's exactly what they're doing. So Hall is on the outside lane with Braden Movick. Behind, Dean Brummett, that is TCB and Terrell Baker, Jackson Buys, and yes it is, they've set the hook and started reeling them in. Speaking of reel, it's Kenny Reel to the inside lane and has company behind him, Michael Gregory.
Oh, and this is going to be perfect for that second pack, just getting a bigger hole in the air, and you're seeing, whoa, Michael Gregory just ahead of Shaver at 30 car. Again, business decisions, and he just got into the wall because of Kenny Reel. They're all back together now.
They're having to lift at Daytona International Speedway, get the popcorn ready, and get the refill ready only for when this duel ends, because every time they enter turns 1 and 2, there's no guarantee that car will stick. Even the tri-oval, they're having to lift on entry, roll the center, and hope it sticks off exit somehow while still staying in a pack.
Contreras goes a lap down as the whole pack is back together. It might be one big line for now, but you're seeing moves. Kenny Reel with a push from Gregory, it looks. He is going forward, going to the front next to Murphy, I want to say now for 6. They are charging now.
I like this view right here. Some may think this is fuel saving. Look how light William Schmidt's car gets when he goes into the banking. You can watch it here. We're going to actually get rid of the overlay. Look at Michael Gregory's car. Watch how much air gets underneath that machine. Just enough for it to wiggle that way for Van Drugman. These are not drivers fuel saving. They're 3 wide dancing around Daytona.
Oh, and look at that. You're seeing how loose they are getting out the corner. This is the piece of the race where we knew they were going to start sliding around. You see Brummett going right up the middle with Movick. Bottom line starting to bail or just not keeping up. You're going to need to clear. Oh, Hall nearly around in the middle of the pack. They keep going.
And Van Drugman kept it in the throttle. He got a jab in the back by Matthew G. Baker. Everyone else still trying to net gain with time left to go in Daytona. Just 37 lap as Buys moves into second.
In testing, the longest green flag run that they did was, I think, 14 laps. We are about to get to that point. So we're heading into the unknown now. They did not get much further than that. They had guys with more worn tires, but that's because they all joined a pack. Oh, Cody Workman down underneath the yellow line, has room to get back up. Remember, you can go under there, whether intentional or not, but the pack doesn't have to let you back up.
It's like drivers that are actually trying to ice skate for the first time, or anyone that's trying to ice skate for the first time. You don't know if you're going to fall on your rear or if you're going to get to the other side in the skates still on your feet. In this case, 3 wide still, Movick in the middle, Van Drugman has joined in, and William Schmidt, should I say, will add a tally in the lap sled column.
But John, look at between these cars. Look at the gaps. This is not like we've seen in other next-gen races where slam drafting is the way to go about it. These guys are having to give each other space, or you're seeing, look at how loose Baker is in second, and that was not beside anyone. Nathan Dew about to go a lap down, perfectly in position, right where he wants him to get them in the LCQ. The rest of the pack, though, they're going to have to figure out how to navigate around him.
Light on their toes from the transition from the super stretch to turn 3. They get it to stick to the center. Light on their toes again as they head through the dog leg. Schmidt, Movick, Baker, and Drugman the fast 4. This is dueling at Daytona at its best. Switch to the bottom goes Movick. He'll have a helping hand in Drugman.
Great move by Dew to get out of the way as well. Movick, Schmidt battling for the lead. Top 6 have a bit of a gap between themselves, and you're seeing that handling become an issue a little bit for the 07 of Brummett. Had a bit of a gap for him as well. Another lapper coming up ahead, 2 by 2 for the most part down the super stretch.
And go back to the drone camera and you can get a great shot of what's going on here. A push on the inside, a light tap, but Jarrett, you mentioned it, so much room in between. I said I think it's going to be very close to what we saw with the car tomorrow when it was introduced to Daytona around 2008 to 2010, and we're starting to see that. You can't trust a bump.
three wide again up towards the front. And this time they're heading into the corner, catching up to a lapper. The difference between lap cars on their own and the pack is so fast. The runs they're getting, reminiscent of those runs you'd see in the late Gen 6 era, and they do not care up towards the front. They're managing to keep it together.
Speeds upwards of 205 miles an hour. That's when they reach the end of the super stretch, while they're all trying to navigate and just coordinate a push here and then a move into the groove there. Believe it or not, you can be out of the groove at Daytona as Buys coordinates.
Oh, Baker around into the middle of the pack. And it's going to collect a good amount. Eric's involved. We got the 65 there involved as well. Workman, I think that is no.
Jeff Acevedo was a part of it.
Acevedo.
And Wyatt Roberts. It will bring the caution out for the first time in this duel. You see damage to the Ford Mustang and the out of the groove machine of Eric Estep.
That's a lot of damage. It looked like he just lost it, John, in the middle of the corner at the high side. Went right down the racetrack into the field.
And look at the left rear of Jeff Acevedo. And LCQ it will be. They'll get the backup car ready. Wow.
And it shows you're not safe anywhere. Baker was running up towards the front, going for the lead only a lap or two before. And then you got these guys in the back that are caught up in it.
Let's go ahead and watch again.
So he's in the middle right behind Mavic.
So he has to catch the car here.
Oh.
He's headed right for the wall.
And that's just too quick of a move. We were talking about that in testing. We would have. That's what you learn when you go into testing. And there goes Delgado into it. And there's just nowhere for these guys to go, because with how loose this setup is, if you get on the brakes, you're just sliding like an ice rink.
Let's watch from the nose view of Baker. Okay, let's go inside the car. It's so easy just to lose the rear. And the thing is, if you don't add the 10% horsepower, if you maybe don't add that extra gearing, if you don't add all that turbulent air, the car is going to be fine. It's going to stick like glue. The problem is there's no glue out on the racetrack.
But here's the thing for a lot of you guys that are watching for different drivers, like Eric involved in that, still 20th, right there when it comes to the cut line. We are going to see more aggression. We're going to see more guys getting caught up in different wrecks. I mean, it, again, is survival. So if your guy is still out there rolling on four wheels and they're not crab walking it, they're still in this thing.
We want to say thank you to everyone once again for joining in from pre-race to the main set of the duels, and everyone that's dropped a like since then. If you're just tuning on in, we're under the caution flag for the first time today at Daytona International Speedway. And it was for an incident between a couple of drivers. TCB looking for his third e-ticket win. Baker hasn't got it since the World 600 in 2021, while others may be looking for their first e-ticket win, period.
I want to see how many do we have on pit road right now. So I want to say the top 20 have already left, give or take. We have a few that are a lap down, and this is NASCAR rules on this one. You know, you get a wave around if you're eligible, and you get a lucky dog. So it's not like these guys are all going to be back on the lead lap unless they pit for fuel right away.
Yeah, so there's Nathan Dewey. He's going to get the wave around. He'll be back on the lead lap. I believe Xander McKinney is maybe one lap down. He is. Same with Jeff Acevedo. I don't think Acevedo gets his car back out on the racetrack.
No.
There's Eric Estep. There was a puncture to the nose, but they'll get the new front bumper back on. And
looking groovy.
Looks new. Like new. I like buying things from eBay that are like new. So in that case, you'll be in prime position to still be in 100% power from his side. We're going to say 110% power because we did add 10% to the car. Catch your breath. There's 32 laps to go in Duel 1, and someone in this top 17 will make it.
Well, if anyone was wondering if fuel would become an issue, it's not at this point. They're good to go on that side of it. We don't have to talk about that at all after this, but man, it's going to be wild from this point. We basically cut the race in half.
Yeah, just about. And that's the thing. So they don't need a fuel save. It's 40 laps on a fuel window. You can stretch it maybe to 43. I mean, when you really think about it, you're looking at an opportunity at maybe, if this thing went green, to slice it halfway because of the tire wear.
Yeah.
Now you don't have to. Now you know, well, if this goes green, you're not going to be pitting. but how do you conserve the rubber knowing you said in testing they couldn't go more than maybe 14 laps? They exceeded that number, but now they're going to have to do something that's never been done with this package. Go 31 laps to the goal.
I don't think they do it. I don't think they do it. I think we're going to... I think we probably get a decently medium-sized run here, but I do think that we're probably going to get the cautions closer together towards the finish. These guys are going to be racing especially hard against each other, but, I mean, looking through the pack, I want to say, what, maybe only one or two guys got taken out in that crash, so...
Yeah, I believe so. A couple of these drivers, you know, they have so interesting back bumpers. You know, and that's another thing. Everyone's been putting something on their back bumper. I hope Jackson Bias can close in so we can read what it says on Braden Mulvick's bumper. Do you see that, Jared?
I mean, I see some stuff under the iHeart NWP, which, by the way, is on Eric Estep's channel Wednesday night.
It says, hi, Eric. Hi, Jarrett. Hi, Danny.
And what else does it say up there?
I think he has a type.
I think he does. I bet he's obsessed with obsession. I'll just say that.
I would say so. I wouldn't be surprised with how things have gone. So this is the transfer. It's about 17th, 18th, and 19th. If you're in the 17th position, which is Dovchenko, he's got to get past Joey Stone in the Three Musketeers Cartoon Network Chevrolet. That is sitting in front of them. Zayden Cortina on the inside in the Stories 4. We'll head to the restart zone for the first restart of the afternoon. William Schmidt and Van Drugman, a Toyota and Ford, will lead us back down. Sit down, relax, or maybe sit on the edge of your seat. You may not have a choice. We're back green for the World Center of Racing. Didn't waste any time for Van Drugman to try to squeeze on the outside of Buys. Allows the pay window to open for the inside lane. And here comes Matthew G. Baker to make it work up the second.
Oh, that's a terrible, terrible move by Drugman. It's going to get him from the top 4 to maybe outside of the top 10. He's got some help coming up behind him. Schmidt in the bottom line, get moving. But, man, that's putting you right in the sucker hole.
Let's see who braces for turns 3 and 4. They're now full saw on fresh Goodyear rubber. Sanders is slicing his way through the pack, nearly cut off there by Matt Deason. Some drivers are hitting the bomb shelter. Derek Shaver, Eric Estep, Nathan New. As the field thunders back to the trioval, it's Baker leading by an inch.
Yeah, you got about the top, I'd say 13 or so that are in this main pack. A bit of a gap where Joey Stone's drafting up with them to the second part of this pack. You just see these runs. Baker is going. He's in the transfer now next to Contreras, who was in that lap, 1-2 wreck, back in it.
Trying everything he can, 3 wide. I think Sanders wanted it to work. But Jason Hall, who was involved in that accident, actually repaired the machine and almost went with them. Everyone is back on the racetrack, minus one driver. That's Jeff Acevedo, who has not been able to get the car repaired. That leaves 27 contenders going for 17 spots.
Yeah, 10 of these drivers are heading home right now. It's Contreras, that M&M's machine. He's in the last spot. Top 17 all in this main pack. Right behind him, Deason trying to get the run in the 46. Up front, Baker and Gregory, 2x2, going for the lead.
Oh, about even off the exit of turn number 2. They launch down the back straight away. The only driver you see slot out of line now is Eladam Contreras. Nobody wants to choose no man's land into turn 3.
Oh, look at that 6. He looked up high for a moment. Buys things better of it. Stays in line. Got a push from Chipotle there. That being the 15 of Murphy. But again, those guys going for the lead 2x2. They're hanging on for dear life.
Trying something. Matthew G. Baker gets back to the line. Now, there is no win for leading laps today. There's really no payday for winning the duel, but a good starting spot. I'm going to be honest, with this aero package, you might want a good starting spot and be around drivers that have figured it out, because some cannot get it to where they want it to be. Look deeper in the pack. So much of a conservative entry and feathering the throttle through the center. A big difference between the start of Duel 1 and Duel 2. Jared, if I'm in Duel 2, should I say, I'll be watching this very closely.
Yeah, I mean, I would as well. I mean, that's why you like to study that first duel and try a different strategy possibly. And you're seeing now 2x2, playing it a little bit easier, not having as many of the heavy bumps. You can't make those rash decisions and try and fly up, down, wherever you want to go. You're going to have to be deliberate and decisive with it. You can't do double moves. We saw that make our first caution. Oh man, Murphy is going to be left out. He tried getting ahead of Cody Workman. Workman closes the door.
He's on the outside lane, and we'll say goodbye to the position he once had the lap prior. This is Daytona International Speedway. You're watching the NWP 400 Duels at Daytona. What's to come after this? It will be Duel 2, the last chance qualifier, and then the post-race show talking about the 40-car field that will be set for this Friday's NWP 400. $1,000 on the line for the final e-ticket event ran on the IDK Player YouTube channel. That's why there's so much urgency for drivers to stay in contention. They won't have another shot at being on this position, in this position, should we say, with what we've seen from this community.
It's still 2x2 up front. You see the high side gets a run for a little bit, and then the bottom line starts getting the run for a little bit. But it's still in that kind of safe zone that we saw him racing in before. 25 to go now. Still plenty of time to put yourself in position. Not in the position that Contreras is in, though. 16th, falling back. Lane Sanders up into him. They avoid it. They keep going. Remember, you can go under that yellow line to pass, but it is nobody's responsibility to let you back up. So if these guys go under there to pass him when they're having these crazy moves, that's A-okay.
Ooh, man, Sanders like the 13th van. I mean, scaring everybody in the mirror. That was Delgado, even Eladam Contreras, who starts blitzing on the outside lane, trying to find a way around Matt Deason. And what could have been a jam of the controller for the 86, now a position up or two, trying to get inside the top 17. He shuts the door on Murphy to 3.
Yeah, inside the top 17. Look who's vying for that spot now. Eric Eastup was caught up in that crash just a few moments ago, and he's right behind the bubble battle. Up front, they're dicing it up again, and you're seeing these guys getting shuffled out left and right. I think Drugman got shuffled out again from the top 10. He's back in the danger zone. And this pack is just coming right back together, 3 wide again. It's just back and forth, back and forth.
This may be the greatest next-gen aero package we have seen anywhere. You can't trust your competitor. You can't trust your race car. And at the same time, you can't trust the treacherous Daytona International Speedway, where some are just trying to defy the odds in Lane Sanders, doing what he can when it matters the most.
Oh, Lane is all over the place, man. He's up, high, middle, low. Gonna do it again. Oh,
Save
man. Oh,
come on.
In octaves I didn't know I still had.
Oh, my goodness. Huntsville, Alabama on the edge of their seat. They didn't know what was going to happen.
Yeah, Frisco, Texas up in the 17th, the transfer spot. Eric making moves forward. That damage out of the groove. Ford still making moves. Right ahead of him, that Sabrina Carpenter car. Christian Delgado in that baby blue 13. He's been making moves too. It's just all over the place. Don't get shuffled out of line.
The term sweat, it's Lane Sanders, because it's coming down his neck, knowing one false move, and he's heading to the LCQ. Let's go back up front. Michael Gregory has been having a joyride. The South Carolina native is in the second position, getting a helping hand from a fellow Toyota Camry. It's all Kenny Real. Can Michael Gregory give PBR one last e-ticket event? It could happen, but he first needs to make the show.
John Racine blinks again from Contreras. This has been a running issue. Too many of those, and you are out of here. So that's something that has to be addressed sooner rather than later, especially if he gets up in this pack. But through the pack, you're seeing up front again, you see Baker, Gregory shifting different lines, trying to control the race a little bit on that side of it, but they're just getting shoved ahead by the rest of this pack.
Yeah, it's pretty dicey. It's pretty bold. It's funny to see because
they're 3 wide again.
Guys are just trying to hold on. Others are still very bold. And you're starting to see the characteristic.
There goes Workman!
There goes Workman right in front of the field. Troll is in it. So does others as they brace for the ball field as the caution waves at 21 to go.
Oh, man. That was... I saw Workman go around. I thought that it was all going to break loose again. Not as big a crash as the last time. But Van Drugman, it seems like every time he makes a move, he zigs, the entire pack zags, and he gets caught up in this.
Drugman, you saw Workman. There's a damage to Zachary Trull, fresh off an 18-hour drive from the Minnesota Twins game he went yesterday with Braden Movick, who caught a foul ball, didn't give it to a kid, by the way, and Zachary Truel, it actually bounced off his hands. And now, he's going to be in jeopardy of making the main event if they don't get that Havoline Ford Mustang fixed.
Is this Daytona or is this Rockingham? Because I know immediately what everyone's going to do. Tires, 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 4 tires. Get that fresh rubber on the car. Let's see what happened here. This is, I think, just after it.
Yeah, you know they're going to be coming to pit road.
Watch Workman, 18 car.
We saw it at the corner of our screen. Oh, big stack up by Schmidt. Did he lose an engine? Let's go ahead and watch back. Watch Schmidt. There was engine issues because of the speeds and the testing. I think William Schmidt lost an engine.
Oh my gosh. There goes Workman around. He gets Truel. Van Drugman it's all over the place. Sees part for the 13 and 17, and they just keep going.
No, actually his engine didn't blow. So what was that? Was it an iRacing issue? Yeah, I think it was an iRacing issue. And that's the thing, you just don't know. So, well, let's be honest. Some of the servers haven't been as good as they used to be. And we know we haven't been able to use the Gen 6 car. It could just be a network issue on the William Schmidt side and resulted in what you saw.
There they are. 4 tires and fuel. Any damage you got, get it fixed now. Because we're going to have probably, an 18, 17 lap run to the finish.
Getting a text, shotgun netcode. Ooh. Let's add that to the dictionary of new things. So basically, it was a network issue because we know not everyone's server possibly works 110%. You saw it with us. I mean, we completely lost the stream.
Yeah.
It could have been Streamlabs. It could have been iRacing's network issue. It could have been the fact that we got hit with an EMP blast in our studio for all we know. We don't know. And we still kind of have that worry a little bit, let's be honest. So if we do end Duel 1 and our screen goes black, expect the next stream to be named Duel 2. Just want to go ahead and point that out. You just never know what's going to happen. A lot has changed over the years.
Making the best out of what we got so far. So good, though. A lot of fun. A lot of people watching at home. We want to thank all of you for coming on into the final e-ticket Speed Weeks, I guess. Speed Week. But, man, they're leaving it all out there.
And for a good reason. So let's go over some of these drivers' history. Kenny Reel, he's been a big one. Remember, he had a kid very early into the inception of NR Night in America. Matthew G. Baker, he was a big component of saying, hey, we need to get some serious sponsors behind this. There's something here that is really nowhere else in this community. Eladam Contreras, his Wi-Fi has not changed because he still races. Guess where? Guess where Eladam Contreras races? Not the bedroom, not the living room, not the hallway, the kitchen. And he's trying to cook up a win here. Dean Brummett, he says, he has this thank you, John, on the hood. He won the 2024 NWP 400. It was a big moment. Another one that had a kid. It's the baby boom event R.
Yeah, and Hank in the booth.
Yeah.
You know? Well, and with Contreras, I love how you're telling all these different changes. Nothing has changed. The M&M's still melting in the kitchen, as we see with the blinks. But we're going to get back going right now. Braden Movick is on the transfer bubble. He's 16th now, was 17th. Back and forth. He's going to be right there. Schmidt under the line. TCB under the line. So you're going to see a lot of people, I think, charging up through this pack. It's going to be fun.
And Dovchenko, you see him in his car. Now he's one of 2 drivers that don't have a SIM stamp. Trading Paints Pro is not available in Russia due to some political things. He's going to have to change that font. That is not an attractive looking font. Hey, I said I was going to call out some paint schemes if we don't have good looking paint schemes. But we do have an immense amount of great looking machines nonetheless. But great to have Dovchenko here. It's about to be sunrise over there where he lives. How about some of these guys on the outside? What did I say about TCB in the pre-race show? He's 20th right now. Jackson Bice, who is up front, having a great time. The RFK driver races for RFK with that Ford Mustang in the 24th position.
I'm looking through this pack, and I'm just seeing a lot of aggressive super speedway drivers, all of which on or below that cut line.
As they're all lining up, getting ready for the restart.
Ooh. Lord.
It's
I
almost
don't know. I like the
flat road there.
Flintstones.
Joey Stone and Eric Eastham next to each other.
Yeah. Row those yellow cars. Let's get it back going, John.
Kenny Real and Matthew G. Baker, Eladam Contreras, and Dean Brummett. They make up the first 2 rows. There's 17 laps remaining in Duel 1 at Daytona.
Ooh.
He wanted to go to the bottom.
He wanted it. Thought better of it. And a very spread out restart. Maybe trying to take it a little easy. Everyone playing it safe. Up front, though, they're not playing it safe. It is pushing it down to the floor.
Group 1, Group 2, led by Nathan Dew, behind Jason Hall and Connor Murphy, have mostly been in an alliance form. That second lane now eradicates, jumps to the bottom, goes E-step. He'll get help from Brademovic.
Up in front of him, Cody Workman making short work of that cut line, moving up into that top 17 again. Baker on the cut line. He's battling Eric. And the 17 gets ahead at the line. 16 to go. Real Contreras 1-2.
Thundering back to the line, and it will be the advantage of lane number 2 for Kenny Real. Off the 18 degrees of banking from the dog leg to the high rise of 31 degrees into turns 1 and 2. It's Real, the race leader. It's Contreras on the bottom, who gets help from a PBR teammate of Michael Gregory.
3 wide, even early in the run. That's something that's going to get you puckering a little bit. You're seeing them battle all through the pack. It's just a wave of 3 wide moves forward, and you're seeing that aggression. Others getting shuffled. We got Workman shuffled out, Eric shuffled out, Movic shuffled out, Baker shuffled out, and they all have to make their moves quick as we come to 15 laps left.
Cut line update. Who's in the green? Buys and Hall. Who's on the cusp? It's Roberts now with Deason barely in. Outside looking in. Workman, Dew, and Drugman. They're 3 abreast, about 4 wide.
They wanted it 4 wide. They wanted it, but they thought better of it. Smart moves prevailing still. 2 orange cars lead the way with that blue M&M's machine of Contreras still staying in it. Oh, 3 wide in the middle of the pack, right around that transfer.
Lane Sanders is trying to make it about 2 or 3 lanes wide. He about through Stone into Catch Fence.
Man.
Here's Truel below the WL line. Finds a home in front of Cortinez. Nobody can make a decision of where they want to sit because their car is ever changing lap after lap.
Oh, Joey Stone knows where he wants to go. High side, get that push towards the front. Nearly got into Bice, or Bice got into him more like it, but he is making moves and getting up towards the front. He wants to lock it in. Don't leave it till the LCQ. Still 3 wide from about 5th on back.
Oh, Stone's a man on a mission, but has Sanders in the middle. He nearly grazes the outside wall. Now Brummett dumping that turbulent air on the nose of his Chevrolet Camaro, all behind Eladam Contreras, who blocks once and twice for the race lead.
I'm seeing some really, really big contenders who are hanging out back. Braden Movic, chief among them, and he is way back. He's falling out of the pack. 3 wide again. They're dicing it up, bumping off each other like it's Martinsville.
No one is sitting down, whether you're watching at home or maybe in the virtual grandstands. What can you have here with the closing laps at Daytona? Who was in the transfer spot? Now outside looking in is Cortinez. Maybe even Dovchenko as they'll slice to turn 1.
Workman with a heck of a run, gained about 5 spots throughout the tri-oval there. He's battling right on that line. You're seeing others continue to bail, and there's still 3 wide in the middle of this pack. Aggressive blocks, 13 laps left. Clock is ticking. The question, John, is patience. Do you have enough to wait till that charge? We're seeing some staying in the back, waiting for that big wreck. There's others, for instance, Drugman moving his way to the front. Brummett trying to fight off that cut line. 3 wide, heading to 12 laps left.
This is the turning point of this aero package, including with the tire wear. Now you have to manage the Goodyear rubbers. 13 laps to go. We've had 2 cautions in this race. Jared, I'm going to say it from the get-go right here, right now. This is the greatest aero package we've ever brought for an NWP 400, maybe even a Florida 500. You just don't know what it's going to bring off corner exit. How Eladam Contreras has held on to the race lead, I have no idea.
Saving the best package for last, I guess. Big move by that 6 of buys. Murphy tries to follow, can't do it, then he gets down. Lane Sanders, big block on Van Drugman. 3 wide still, they just shifted lanes.
And Stone will come to the aid of the Papyrus Chevrolet. Where can you go? What can you do? Truel to the bottom side. Here comes Baker for a move. That's the race lead. A help from Real as Contreras slams the door on the bottom.
These are incredibly aggressive moves with 11 laps remaining in this race. Big shoves. I mean, they're going from pushes to shoves to straight up walloping the back bumpers of these cars. Up top, another one shuffled out. That is the 15 of Murphy again, holding up that high line. In the wall is Brummett.
Matthew Perchatsky up to 5th. How has he been able to do it? The former NASA employee now works in IndyCar, looking for a win with the stock car division, buys his back up to 4th, and he will get help from Michael Gregory, all chasing Matthew G. Baker in the Fanta Chevrolet. It's 10 to go into a 1.
If Real wanted it, he had it to go for the lead. Baker with a huge lead there. Luckily, the 11, for his sake, stayed behind him, but they're still 3 wide from about 9th on back for that transfer back to Workman in 18th. And this pack is about 19 or so. Those stragglers, though, realizing 10 laps to go, they might have to make some moves.
What can you do here? Up towards the safer barrier. 7, 8, 9 machines in line. 3 wide, 4 rows deep. Here's the move on the bottom. Can it stick for Perchatsky? It's been an ice skating ring down there. Ooh. Almost gets into Gregory in the process. And back to 3 by 3. 9 to go as they'll come back to the stripe this time.
And it's just, again, that wave of 3 wide moves up towards the front. Again, Perchatsky, he's on the bottom of 3 wide, battling for a top 5 position in this race. And this goes all the way back to about 19th or so, where these guys are all battling just to get this positioning. Because even if you are up way ahead of the cut line, to be higher up in the pack at the start of this race on Friday night is going to be imperative on staying out of a lot of the biggest issues.
What can you do? 9 to go. Coming to 8 to go this time by.
They started to settle it out up towards the front. Still 2 by 2 now from roughly 6th on back. Then 3 wide into the teens and cars in the wall up top.
Wyatt Roberts.
Truel, Erikens into do they save it? They do.
Christian Delgado. And the caution will wave with 8 to go.
Oh, we're looking at probably, what, a 5-lap shootout here?
About so.
There's another car up there. That's a 17. Doesn't look like too much damage on his part.
Insane stuff.
So now, John, if you have 5 laps left, it's easy from about 10th on back. You pit, you get those fresh tires because you're going to get all the good out of them. But if you're at the front, you're in a safe position. If they bunch up 3 wide, you'd think that they should be able to hold them off. Do you stay out? Do you maybe take 2 tires instead?
Yeah, you have to actually consider that.
Do some of these people that are in the back take 2 tires? Track position, it doesn't matter as much compared to the tires on it.
Let's watch a replay. Kind of diagnose what happened. Every crew chief will be going right for the playbook.
So it happens back here around where the 41 and 13 are. A little further up. Further up. Right there. And it looks like they just lock bumpers.
Yeah. The steady stuff. Do and E-Step are like the fan favorites. The fact that they got into each other is
I think the 21 went right up into the 17 on that one. Like, I watched the replay, and Eric's holding it on the yellow. Like, watch when the 17 gets through. It's like, you're thinking, oh, he's good. And then watch. Nope.
Oh, come on.
That was a bad. That was bad.
That on Scooby-Doo.
Oof.
And no, Scooby-Doo, not the cartoon character, but Nathan Doo's dog.
Hey.
They named it Scooby.
And so on the side there, how many did a bunch of them stay out, or they take 2?
They're staying out.
Because there is some shifting in the pack there.
Workman is in. Delgado is in. Doo is in. E-Step is in as well. 4-tire call for Eric E-Step. Is anybody coming with him?
I mean, a lot of them did around that cut line, and they're going to be moving forward. We saw this the other night in testing, where somebody with 10-lap old tires versus fresh tires, and it wasn't really a contest. Now, we didn't have this many cars vying for those positions, but it's worth looking at. I mean, what would we say? Say roughly maybe like 13th on back pitted?
Somewhere around there, yeah.
So, I mean, it's basically splitting the field roughly in half. We'll see if it matters.
We'll get 6 to go this time by. Will bring us the 1 to go, which means a 5-lap shootout. Kind of just to see how it all plays out. Elodom Contreras, have a day. I mean, a great showing so far.
Well, and most of the top 10, they were up there and stayed out to keep that track position, and they raced their way up towards the front. Some of these guys caught up in wrecks early. Some of these guys just laying in the back, waiting for a moment to strike, and they did. So they'll get it lined up here, I think, this time by, and we'll get restarted with 5 laps left.
Time to do it. Time to see if you have what it takes. So it'll be 6 to go this time. As you mentioned, 5 to go when they get back to the stripe, and now you start thinking and processing. The drivers up front on worn tires. Drivers towards the back on fresh tires. I don't hate the call of coming to pit road. You don't have to win the race. You have to be in the top 17. I wonder, I mean,
Maneuverability.
these guys that didn't pit from 13th, 14th, you're on that cusp. You're not racing for the race lead. You're racing to get to this position where Wolszak is in.
Yeah, you're getting maneuverability out of those tires. You're getting a little bit of speed, definitely. That's for sure, and that's where the speed comes in with the maneuverability. But the ability to move from one line to the next could be paramount to making or missing this race, having to be in the LCQ. I wouldn't be surprised if somebody outside this top 20 list is racing in the top 17. I also wouldn't be surprised with the last lap crash that takes out the entire field and then it's just limped to the line.
We've seen that before.
We have.
We've seen it with NR Night in America, and also put it in the point. There is no more e-ticket events after this Friday. There's no more speed weeks. This is it, the end of an era, a 5-year run for this community. It's created countless friend groups. It has created and generated so many smiles. This is your shot, and you only have one. You won't have another. In this case, LCQ, yeah, is your final chance, but we're not racing Tuesday. We're not racing Wednesday. We're racing Friday, but only 40 of the 62 can get there.
Oh, man. I gotta say, I'm glad I'm up here in the booth rather than out on the racetrack because it's a great view. These cars look great. These guys did a great job this past couple weeks, but man, I mean, I'm not even in the race, John, and I'm getting nervous.
Because you just don't know, and you got to think about it. Lane Sanders, half of the cars in this race were designed by him. William Schmidt, he is our ARCA guy. He loves running those duct tape paint scheme, those no sponsor cars, and they look fantastic. And now look where he is. The anime Toyota Camry in row 3, 5 to go from Daytona.
Oh, you saw it there. Some of them spinning the tires, and you're seeing those gaps form from them. Big moves already. And you're seeing some of these guys on fresh tires in the back lining up together.
Big breakaway. This is 17th. This is 18th. Cortines and the rest of them.
You got to push. You got to push now. There's no laying back and hoping for the wreck because you can get caught up anywhere in this pack. You got to start making your way forward. Battle right now between Truel and Deason. That's your cutoff that have a lean forward.
It's getting dangerous up front. Perchatsky wants to win. Not just make the event, but go to victory lane.
Oh.
He's got Schmidt, but Contreras has Gregory and will pull the advantage together off turn 4.
This is the closest that they've been pushing all day long. 4 laps left. Contreras with the lead. 3 wide for the entire pack.
Joey Stone stuck in the middle. He's got Murphy with him. Same with Drugman. Where can you make the advantage? Lane Sanders is blistering quick on the outside. Laying on the back bumper of Gregory off 2.
Track position working for some of the guys up front, but you're seeing others who are falling fast. They did not get fresh tires, and they are paying for it. Those guys with the fresh tires, look at the moves they're able to make.
Set your bets. Chips in the middle. Here they come. Into turns 3 and 4. Contreras the race leader. Baker on Baker. Stone on Brummett. Everyone wanting one position after the next. It's 3 to go at Daytona.
Again, closest the pack has been all night long. Moves being made all through it. There's just nowhere to go. Oh, Eric into the wall. Workman around with him. They're crashing in the back.
Stone sideways. Oh, no, check that. That was due. Shaq was sideways. They stay green. It was outside of the main group. They roll. Perchatsky, the race leader. He will shut the bottom off, trying to hold back any momentum.
And for those guys that wreck, they got to keep going because anything can happen in these 2.5 laps. Big move. Van Drugman, Muvik trying to work their way forward. Muvik right there on the cut line. He's been eliminated before. Can't let it happen again.
If there's a wreck with 1 to go, this race stays green. What a
There
save!
it
No,
goes!
they can't. Perchatsky around. Baker gets into it. Same with William Schmidt as a handful of cars dive to the inside wall. Brummett involved
Big
with 4 to
damage.
go.
Big damage on that 07. We're going to overtime.
And this is a big breath of fresh air for Cody Workman, Eric Estep, Zachary Trull, Nathan Dew, because they'll have one last chance to make it into the top 17.
That's why it's never over till it's over in these races. And now you have the entire field shuffled up when it comes to tire strategy. You're going to have guys pitting for even more. So if you got to pit if you're towards that cut line again. You have to. You got to have the maneuverability. If you're up front, you're Contreras, you're Delgado buys, you have made your bet on this one.
Jeff Perchatsky, oh so close. I don't know if he hit anything. Yes he did.
Yeah, that's there's some big hits in this one. And with it being this late, it might be tough to recover from some of these guys. In the lead, he just
Car just snapped.
goes around. And then we talked about this. These cars, once they, big hit
Huge.
with the 79 and the 07.
You know what? Jeff didn't stop driving that race car. He tried to get it off the wall. He gassed it back up before he rear-ended it. And with 3 to go, Jackson Buys is on pit road. Christian Delgado, Will Shack is in there as well.
What do you got to lose? You know, if you're in the back, pit, get the tires.
We'll see who comes to pit road this time.
All these guys should. They all should. Doesn't matter the damage or not. Position they're at, they need the fresh tires more than anybody else.
Because Dovchenko's 17th, Cortina's is 18th. There's not enough of a cushion if you're running 19th. I honestly think Dovchenko needed to come to pit road as well. You're restarting in 17th. It's like you're playing blackjack and your hand is 18 and say, hit me. What are you doing?
Well, and you look at the big hit for Schmidt, too. You wonder if that was just cosmetic damage or if he stayed. I don't know if he stayed out there or not, but you know, you're going to have some guys with a lot of damage that are going to be trying to just be the wounded warriors making their way back up front. So it looks like top 14. That's what we're looking at. Would you draw a line at any of these guys, barring a wreck, where you're like, from here on up, you're safe?
No, because we just proved that it could happen up front.
Yeah.
And that's the hardest part. So I don't know why someone didn't queue up and say, top 10, top 5, don't wreck each other. We'll get our flowers on Friday. We'll be in the main event. There will be a bigger crowd. There will be a bigger prestige.
A hell of a payday.
It's Monday, not Friday. You know?
Hell of a payday, too, that you could be getting. So out of the pits, Perchatsky, Workman, Estep, McKinney. Those are the guys that are cut line on down.
And it's interesting, once again, one last shot. And people are asking down in the chat below, why is this it? Well, just really changing times. That got a full-time job, doing what I love because of NR Night in America. You'll be surprised, and people call me delusional, that one idea to do NR Night in America back in 2021 is the reason why every other month you will hear my voice on Amazon Prime, either in the booth or on pit road, Track TV, Flow Racing, Racing America, for a couple hands-on events. And it's gotten me that full-time job, but it's also given me less time to do the esports stuff. And same with Jared as well, doing a lot of things. And there gets to a point where you just say, it may be time. Yep. And this is really it. So if you're going to end, you end it on a high note, not when everyone's saying, look what it was.
Yeah. And all right. I mean, I'm looking at them line up. We're going to be overtime here. So I'm gonna pose the question. I don't have to answer the hard question this time. You do.
Okay.
Do they make it around without crashing? Both 1 and 2 laps.
1, not 2. And I really think that. I genuinely think if you're Perchatsky, Kyle Busch said this in the last lap of the Daytona 500. Why am I racing to the crash? These cars are ill handling. It's a great race car to view. It's troublesome and a headache to drive. I just don't see where you look at some of these guys. How have they been acting when it mattered the most? Dovchenko. I've seen him in big moments make a mistake. Same with Connor Murphy, Wyatt Roberts, Derek Shaver. Lane Sanders is in 3rd. I love Lane to death, but when it comes to that resilient moment, that's when the mistakes come from the Papyrus Chevrolet. You can kind of play it 2 ways here. If you can get into 17th, great. But if you're running back there in 26th or 25th coming to the last lap, you may have better odds of waiting for them to make a mistake.
And we just saw the walking wounded joining up with the rest of the pack. Another blink, that time from Shaver. So that's going to be something worth watching as we get to the finish of this race. You know, we saw a couple of years ago, I think it was, might have been last year, where there were guys who were in. They crashed from like 12th on back, and all they had to do was make it back around. But they got too focused on the micro and not the macro, crashed each other. Those guys that crashed behind him caught back up, passed him, and they missed the show. So you got to remember the big picture as the pace car goes down the pits.
Inside, here we go. It's 2 laps to go from the World Center of Racing. The conclusion of duel number 1 at Daytona. Contreras fires first. He'll join his teammate up in lane 2, which gives the inside lane to Lane Sanders.
Big restart from Contreras and big restart from Gregory right behind him. They're going to get up to speed quick, and you're already seeing them twitching around. That iffy handling with them. Perchatsky, Baker, Delgado, Estep, those are the ones battling on the cut line.
Here they come down the super stretch. Van Drugman to the outside with Braden Movick. Wyatt Roberts is up there, but won't be a help. Behind, Jeff Perchatsky has knifed his way up to 15th as they're looking for the white flag.
Oh, they got to make it to the white flag first. Lane Sanders with the save. Shaver off of the 12 of Drugman. They're bouncing off each other.
They're in the tri-oval. This race is official. Salamanca, 1 to go in duel 1 at Daytona. What's next? The transfer of 17. Van Drugman and Murphy bouncing off each other to 1.
And huge run on the bottom. That's going to be a big, big help for those guys battling 3 wide towards the back, getting on the bottom. You're seeing there Stone, Truel in. Roberts buys outside. Schmidt outside of the push from Eric.
Contreras on the outside lane. Can he make it work halfway down the super stretch? Real moves in the 3rd lane, trying to make something roll.
Joey down in the middle too. He made a move 3 wide back in the pack. We watch in the middle as here comes the 6 of Buys getting his way in. Big push up the middle for Eric Estep. He is on the bubble. Crash up towards the front's gonna shuffle him again.
Eladom Contreras wins duel 1 at Daytona. Who advances? Stone is into 17th, and Eric Estep, the last one out, he heads to the LCQ, and matter of fact, will start on pole for that event. Wyatt Roberts is out. Zachary Truel, Christian Delgado, Eladom Contreras has made it to the NWP 400 in stunning fashion.
And we'll let the admins look as well, make sure everything was all clear from that finish, just to make sure we're all good. But that's a heck of a group of guys that are going to be out. I mean, let's see the guys from, there's Eric, who is in 18th, and then behind him, well, just reset now.
Ooh, okay, we didn't lose the PC.
No, we're good.
I'm telling you, man, I'll tell you the viewers right now, I'm worried that when the session transfers over, that could be the issue as well. So you just really don't know. We will go ahead and break the 4th wall if we have to. I don't care.
We will. I mean, this is going to be another strong duel. Drew Jua starting up front. Garza's been really good in that 3-car. Malik Ray up towards the front. Demos in 11th.
This was the race coming to the line for the finish. No, not exactly. Let's go ahead and try
I think that's
again.
white flag.
This was Stone, how he transferred in. White flag, now checkered flag. So that was close up here, but those two are going to transfer. That being Shaver and Murphy.
Let's pause it here and see what the difference was at the line. between the 83 and 17. Maybe half a car length.
Yeah, in or around. So Deason just got in. Stone gets in. Man, so close for E-Step. But he makes everyone, that's his fans, forced to watch the LCQ. So hopefully you all stick around.
That's Eric for you. He makes
Yep,
it interesting, that's
he
for sure.
does.
And we're getting it rolling off the pits now.
And these drivers will now be able to kind of help us with how things go. Welcome to Duel 2 here at Daytona International Speedway. Duel 1 was a treat. Let's go ahead and get some updates here. I think Elodon Contreras would like to have a word with us, no doubt about it. In victory lane from the World Center of Racing. Congratulations, Elodon. How did you do it?
Hey man, that was an amazing comeback, I think. It's like wrecking at the beginning to winning this race, man. I gotta thank Mikey. That was old Mikey right there, old teamwork.
What was your mom cooking?
We were making a little empanadas, buddy. Little
There we
empanadas.
go. There we go. That's what I'm talking. That's why you went to victory lane right there. Hey, I gotta ask you though, this race car. What do you think?
The package or the scheme?
The package. The scheme looks beautiful. I want to eat it.
Well, the package is insane. It's really difficult to push. Like if you push them wrong, like what Muvik, I wouldn't say pushed me wrong, but it definitely messed me up, and I couldn't hang on to it. But pushing is definitely difficult. The track position is also really important. That's why I took 2 there. Also got me the win.
All right. Well, good luck come this Friday.
Appreciate you, bro.
That's Elodon Contreras. Remember, we went through the starting lineup for duel number 1. Let's check out the starting lineup for duel number 2. This will be from the front. So once again, these top 5 drivers have already transferred into the main event. Schmidt was in the last duel, so Drew Jua will be leading us to green. He'll be starting alongside Adam Garza.
Next to him, Malik Ray from the Coke Series, and a threat every time he's here. Finnegan Myers, also a former e-ticket winner.
He'll be starting with Josh Kenyon behind him. Kenyon next to Sean Rowe.
And then you got Jacob Malone with the Spider-Verse car, and Trevor Huff in that 54 machine.
Can't forget about Everett Couts. He will be in the Monster Energy Chevrolet. Chase Kroll will be joining us from Toledo, Ohio. Daniel Mosteller alongside Yaroslav Donskoy.
Then you got Carter Kingsley right behind them, and Dale Greenwood, who might be the kind of like feel-good driver for the field. Kevin Champagne behind him and Mac tonight, and Gavin Austin in that Wendy's machine.
Dominic Barbagallo joins us. Lost to 17 for the 71. David M. Johnson in the field with Yahir Rodriguez.
Then you got Okuna behind him, and Riker Byram in that red, white, and blue 98.
Christian Zare will be joining us on the field with Marcus Vanderlee, his first start in a long time. Mitchell Armstrong trying to go from the rear with Justin Champagne.
And you got Cooper Glick right behind him, going to have to make his way forward quick. Spencer Burns with the Lightning McQueen machine, and Brandon Mueller right with him rounding out the field.
Let's see if we can get a quick word from our pit reporter in Frank DeAngelis. Oh, I hope he's in position. Frank, get out of the fan zone. Where are you?
Oh,
Come on,
he's getting that deep dish pizza.
Oh my gosh, that's right. Frank
He's
DeAngelis.
He's face deep in deep dish.
Frank, we got the one to go. What's the word on pit road?
All the drivers pretty much they were actually active in the all teams chat, like kind of co-commentating the first duel. Learned a lot. This should be hopefully more clean than the first one, and it's a little bit more top heavy. So you're gonna watch out for those good guys making good moves up front.
All right, thank you for that update. Once again, top heavy means skill, and believing this is definitely the more skillful duel. Does that translate for 50 laps? Let's find out. Drew Jua and Adam Garza will lead us to the line to start duel number 2 from the World Center of Racing, all in hopes of being the top 17 to make the NWP 400. Let's light the fuse once again from Daytona. No one breaking ranks, off of the tri-oval and into the dogleg, but it's Adam Garza now piloting the number 3 on the outside lane that will cross the bow of Drew Jua and take a foothold in the race lead.
The 3 leading at Daytona once more up front, right behind him. Jua Meyer side by side, still 2x2. Nobody really trying to go 3 wide just yet. Nope, scratch that. There's only one straggler, though.
That's Malik Ray trying something on the inside with Drew Jua. It's the gold and white, make it orange and white as well machine.
Donskoy.
It's getting dicey already. Donskoy forced out of line before they can complete one full lap, but it's Garza, the race leader.
Big pushes already early in this race, but a much more orderly start, at least the first lap by Garza with the lead, Jua second, Myers leading that high side, and a really spaced out pack.
Yeah, they watched a lot of film of that first race. They don't know what to expect here in this second one, but nonetheless, you can already see Kevin Champagne has dropped it back a car length and a half. Gavin Austin giving maybe a car length or so of a width to the inside lane as some are starting to negotiate positions towards the back half of the field.
We've seen multiple times. He fell back the first time, thought better of it the second. Donskoy wants to make a third line. Nobody wants to go with him at this point. Barb currently on the cut lines are out right behind him. Right now out. Jua at the line goes for the lead. Garza keeps it.
All right, holding on. 49 laps to go, down to 48. Sean Rowe is into the 5th position. Josh Kenyon up the 7th. He'll be going to the University of Northern Ohio in about a couple days or so. Great to see him, one of the New York natives, trying to make a move into the racing industry. Behind Dale Greenwood, Daniel Mosteller, it's racing as usual for them, knowing you've been in this position. How do you make the main event? Be in that top 17.
But it's quite orderly early on. I mean, they're just minding their P's and Q's, not really having huge bumps. That they learned. They definitely learned from that first duel of what maybe not to do or what they want their strategy to be. Malik Ray, though, his strategy is the same every single race at Daytona. Be at the front. He's making his way up. He is side by side for third, leading that high line.
Once again, there is a last chance qualifier. The drivers that did not make it through Duel 1 will head to the race following this. That is 20 laps. Once again, it is 20 laps. All the drivers that don't make it through this duel will also head to the last chance qualifiers to see who will be the final driver to transfer into the NWP 400.
Big block there from Garza up top in front of Malik Ray. And again, there goes Donskoy trying to make that third line. Does Justin go with him?
I don't
Yes,
know.
he does. Third line formed.
Single file, deeper in the field. I think, Jared, this is definitely what they talked about. You know, it possibly is a pack that is known for watching data, watching film. You just saw 50 full laps that you can't bump, you can't shove, you got to watch the tires after about lap 9, lap 10, and it's starting to show that on the bottom because it's really watch the tires after lap 9 if you're going full, you know what, to the wall. But if you're running single file and you're letting off on entry, you're not tearing the Goodyears up from going from the bottom side to the top side like you're running on the interstate through Chicago, this is an opportunity to extend the life of the Goodyear rubber. And we're starting to see that more and more.
Oh, and Donskoy right out of line. He is falling straight to the back. He's trying to make moves. No one goes with him up top. Another move. And again, these guys are not wanting to go for a prolonged amount of time 3 wide. They're, again, saving their stuff over and over. There in the middle, you see it's Spencer Burns making his way up in that Lightning McQueen machine.
Malik Ray, 2-time e-ticket champion. He's won the NWP 400. He's won the Florida 500. He has done everything you can think of in the sim racing world, including putting a great historical mark in the NR Night in America community. What is up with him in super speedway racing? I mean, he is one of the greatest super speedway drivers this platform has ever seen.
He's just got a knack for the draft, and again, leading this race at the line. Drew Jua not going to be able to even get up next to him. And again, just 2 by 2, leaving guys out, and that might be the way forward. Trevor Huff trying to make it work up top. No one's really went with him yet.
I love this Finnegan Myers guy. That Red Bull Ford Mustang is looking fantastic. Now moves inside. What is with him as well in his story? Remember, Finnegan Myers was not supposed to be in the Hoosier 400. Braden Mubbick said, yeah, let him in. Let him see what e-tickets are really about. He wins the event. And who does he beat? Braden Mubbick. And now where is he? Up front, contending. I remember when he won, it was such a feel-good story. The 00, the Ford, getting it done in the state where the Hoosiers lie. The World Center of Racing is next on the bucket list for him, and a beautiful looking paint scheme is looking to be a strong contender come Friday.
Big blinks out of the 16 of Rodriguez. That's going to be something worth watching again later on. It's going to bite somebody at some point. Up front, Garza gets the lead back, lane to lane, up and down in front of Myers, in front of Ray. Donskoy looking again, no one going with them, and this time there might not be an opening.
I don't think there's anything at all. Middle lane, Chase Crawl. He's got Spencer Burns, and then that giving room. It's interesting when you force the drivers to be in an ill-handling race car, they start respecting each other a little bit more.
Yeah, I mean, you're seeing it, and this race so far, again, just calm. I would say compared to the start of the first one, where we had somebody around early on, where we had guys spread out, different, 3 wide moves, they studied up. They're all stay together, too. Nobody has fallen out of the main draft.
Yeah, that was a big study session. Here's the thing, the style of racing is going to change again come Friday, because instead of 90-degree blistering heat with the sun, it's going to go to starting at night, staying at night. It's still going to be hot. It's still going to be slick. It's still going to be Daytona. Maybe a little bit of that sea breeze may play a role, but I just can't see them leaving today thinking it's going to get harder on Friday. Does it build confidence with this package, or too much where it actually isn't a big change come the night lights?
Ask me on lap 199. That's about how much I can tell you this race is going to transfer to the next and whatnot. But now you're seeing they're shifting up top. Of course, others are making moves. Spencer Burns, chief among them, but they're trying to save their stuff. Going up to about, lap 10 this time by, lap 11 next time by.
You can see it from Brandon Mueller, who's running in 28th, up to Malik Ray. 2 seconds and change the difference with a car and a package that is very foreign still to some. Spencer Burns is in the race. He just got off of work about an hour ago. We may have had an argument. We may have had a couple arguments leading up to this race, but you know what? I'm going to be honest, Spencer Burns is one of the hardest people to work with on an e-ticket. I'm just going to say it. But man, when he gets in the car, he is lights out and showing it right now.
He's a ton of fun to watch when he locks in, and he is locked in tonight. Right now, 4th, trying to lock in permanently for the week. And he just keeps making these amazing moves. He likes working with Malik Ray. They're both very similar in the sense that they're aggressive. Big blip there out of the 88, but up front, these guys so far are having harnessed aggression, not overboard aggression.
39 to go this time by, so we've completed a full 10 laps, and now you're in the red zone of how's that car handling. We're going to be talking about handling all day. There should be a video after this. Every time one of us say handling, speed the video up, because it is a big talking point, believe it or not, when we come to a track where you're up in the horsepower, you're still keeping the drag together, but it gets so light. Look at that.
Listen to that throttle.
We got off of it off turn 2, so he's going to be in the throttle here unless Burns closes in on Garza or Ray, which he's actually slamming the back bumper. Let's hear it here. Gives the room out of the throttle. Feather. This is up near the outside wall where the car should be handling a little bit better. So it's going to be like that. And now, you think that's the case? Let's listen to a driver that's maybe in the middle. Yaroslav Donskoy, who's actually fading back now. Has to deal with the driver on the inside. Has to deal with the driver on the outside. Now turbulent air from in front. Well, he kept his foot in it for sure. And that's the difference, because every time he does that with the car getting light, he's requiring more out of his tires than other drivers.
Watch, we're going to say all this stuff about the first duel. It's going to be all crazy. And then this is the one where they have like a 40-lap green flag run. They're just like, hold my beer. We got this, guys. But, I mean, you see how all over the place they're dancing around this racetrack. Doesn't matter if they're 2x2, single file. Doesn't matter. They are wheeling these things around. It is really having the cream rise to the top.
You know, right now, the closest forward to the front is Finnegan Myers sitting in 7th. Yahir Rodriguez up in 5th. I believe he's actually going to the University of Illinois. Now trying to make something work on the farthest most side of the racetrack. Man, Spencer Burns, hold on to that race car. He about lost it right through the center of the field into turns 1 and 2. And you're going to start seeing the struggles from some that possibly weren't able to get fully diagnosed and collaborated with their race car.
This is around the point that we saw that incident wreck caution in the first stage, in the first duel. We saw them have these different issues, start to really get more aggressive, and then get a little in over their skis. Now, 3 wide from about 4th on back, 5th on back. And they are all over the place. And look at the bubble battle. It's a battle of the champagnes.
Oh my goodness. Don't have both of them into the LCQ. Please, I won't be able to take it.
I don't think the field will be able to take it, man. Oh, man. And you know they have a lot of pride of beating the other one.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, there was one time where I believe Kevin went to Victory Lane and Justin ran downstairs and wanted to beat the you-know-what out of him.
I remember that night. One of the greatest nights in the history of NR. Still a long way to go. But you see him, Don Julio, Mac tonight. That's the Champagne brothers up in front of them. Surratt barely saved it. Oh, man, that was close. And you see him shuffle. And that's gonna spread out the pack a little bit. That might have been a saving grace. Calm them down a little bit, spread them out, and now they're gonna have to employ the same strategy that the second group did in the first duel. Line up, catch back up to them.
Well, right now the skill forecast is looking very high for the LCQ. Zachary Truel, Wyatt Roberts, Eric Estep, they were the first 3 out. And then you add in Xander McKinney and a couple others that weren't able to transfer in. I believe William Schmidt was there as well. So you don't want to be in the LCQ right now. It's just a position that is very troublesome. Wow, they have seriously single-filed out back here.
But that's what they did in the first one. They all got single file, and they all caught back up. Top 13 is currently the pack ahead.
Something definitely happened. Let's see. And we saw smoke.
Rodriguez up in the wall.
And Justin Champagne, did he lose a motor?
I think there's damage on the 16.
For sure there is. Yahir Rodriguez to pit row. That was a heck of a hit.
And he's going to the LCQ.
Yeah, I mean, when you have that much damage, it's tough to go ahead and repair it. Can we possibly get a replay here and see what occurred? Luke.
Oh, he just lost it. That's the air. That's the air issues. And then you see Gavin Austin and Justin Champagne. That's that kind of reflex issue back, you know, where you have a move to try and avoid a wreck and make another one. But we saw that in the testing. Braden Movick had to avoid a wreck and had it happen to him, and that's why he avoided it. It's going to be tough.
So here's the thing. If you're running about, let's say that first group, so it's a top 14, no, it's 13th on forward. You're saying get single file. Do something. 2x2, give room. If we get a caution, we all put ourselves in jeopardy of missing the main event because you're all in.
Yeah.
The fight for the transfer spots can come from 14, 15, 16, and you have to hope that they don't wreck each other where the admins display the caution flag. I cannot fathom how frustrating it must be for a viewer, including us and a driver, to see a caution come out in a duel with drivers that are a guarantee lock as long as it stays green.
Well, and I wonder what the intervals are looking like this far out and seeing the difference between, say, Kenyon and Malone. I mean, it's visible on the racetrack. We'll see as we look down the super stretch here. They're just now exiting turn 2.
It's 4 seconds. You know, a 4-second gap.
They made about that much up. Now, granted, they had more cars in that first duel and then that lineup, but they made that up before, so that's not something that's undoable. If not, the battle is between that 53 and between that 71. Those two, the PlayStation car and then that 71 of Barbagallo.
Man, he made up 2 tenths.
And they're lining up.
Well, here's the thing I've also realized. When you go single file with this package compared to the one that we have for the Florida 500, you make up more ground than you did before. There was a point if you went single file in the other package, you weren't making up any ground. Like, you're just stuck.
There's a bubble.
And then now we're looking at it. They've still made up ground, forcing everyone else to go single file out in front. When they were side by side, they were on the uptrend for sure.
See, and this isn't like it's a choo-choo train by any means. Like, yes, they are single file, but this is defensive strategy by these front runners because they have the broadcast on too. They hear exactly what we're saying, and they knew what happened in that first duel. Again, this is why you want to be in Duel 2.
Absolutely. Jacob Malone, really a contender for the best looking paint scheme out of the duels. the Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse machine.
You can't really see on the side, but he even incorporated with all the kind of different colors in that Spider-Verse way. The NWP logo is right under the Spider-Verse part of it.
Wow.
It is arguably the best scheme of the event so far.
Chevy. It is the Fast Four. Sean Rowe, Spencer Burns, that is 5th and 6th. Finnegan Myers in 7th. Yaroslav Donskoy in 8th. Josh Kenyon and Everett Couch make up the top 10. You're watching Duel 2 for the NWP 400 Duels at Daytona as we continue to go ahead and thunder around the world center of racing. Defensive strategy has worked out. It's definitely made a blockade between the first group and the second, and rightfully so. Another thing we have to mention, they're going to have to come to pit road.
Well, and with the runs of this package, if they can just get a sniff of the draft, they will be caught up because the runs are so massive. But I mean, what a smart move by that top 13. They know they're in. And look at the names that are up there. Garza, Krall, Ray, Mosteller, Rowe, Burns. All of the top 6, for instance, and a couple others through there, have been in just about every e-ticket, every super speedway. They know the smart ways to move forward. They know the big picture so far. So as we approach the halfway point, we're not even halfway yet. Smart moves down the pits.
Here we go. Garza, Krall, Mosteller, and Ray.
I think some might have missed it.
I think Sean Rowe elected to stay out. Did Yaroslav Donskoy miss it? He did. And this is not a good look for him.
It has just been a race of mistakes for that 90, whether it's wrong lane or just missing it altogether. But that is huge.
Do you take tires?
I think you should.
Kenyon missed the stall. Left side's up. Is it 2 tires? Is it 4 tires? Nobody has really tested this. 2 tires for Mose. 2 tires for Kaus. 2 tires for the rest of the field, and it's left side. You know why? Because it's not the front end tires that are wearing, it's the rear tires. It's not even really the right front tire that's blistering. That's so interesting. They took left sides only.
See, this interests me a lot because we're going to see them catch up to Rowe here, and this is going to be huge when it comes to Rowe. But now we're going to see the difference between that difference of fresh tires. But if these guys come in, say, 10 laps later and take 4 tires, well, we've seen a second or 2 difference in time. So maybe their idea is let's get as much track position as possible and just try to, I guess, wait it out. Make sure that we're far enough ahead that it's impossible to catch us.
Yeah, the biggest mulligan for this strategy for sure is Sean Rowe. And the fact that he was up in the main group ahead by 4 seconds and now the tail end of group number 2, he will be a part of that transfer bubble position and question once we get a caution. Because if they get a caution, everyone's coming to pit road.
Well, and this time by will be 26 to go, so we are a lap away from the halfway point of this race, and we are now spread out. And we talked about this in the pre-race. Every duel, LCQ, every race you're going to see tonight has its own identity. And we're seeing the identity so far of this one. Smart racing, strategic racing. Not normally what you would expect at Daytona.
No, not at all. It's interesting, but it's a breath of fresh air if you think about it. Now, here's Group 2 now. They have flip-flopped. They have fresher tires than Group 1.
There's less of a minute, though.
If Group 1 comes to pit road and really doesn't have any issues, you think about it, Group 2, they split up. Oh, man, I think they... No, so this is actually... was Group 3. So this is now Group 2, was Group 1. It's less of them. A whole lot less of them. If Group 1 now, what was Group 2, comes to pit road, could they be provisionally put up front or in a provisional advantage because there's more cars and they would have fresher rubber for the final stretch of the race?
I mean, I think the difference between those main 2 groups that we saw, that they might be able to slot in right between them and this whole group altogether makes it. But we're seeing guys that are in the back, like the 33 Glick, Rowe, Donskoy, who are falling back. They're not staying with this main pack. I mean, actually, Donskoy isn't even there. It's the top 9, and then I believe that's Chase Krall, a lap car now, who has stayed with them. But Glick is falling back. Handling is mattering here, big time.
24 to go.
Are they catching up to some of those ones that pit?
I wonder. They definitely are. If they can catch the slipstream and end up making it the draft.
I mean, this is what we saw, I think, a year ago.
Yeah.
Where we saw the leaders who were trying to stretch it, who were racing amongst the lap cars, and it was a giant, and we had a race for the win right next to a race for the transfer.
The problem is they're starting to struggle right now with the handling of the cars. Allright's moving up a lane, and I just can't believe we're going to go from, remember Malik Ray winning, I believe it was Duel 2 or Duel 1 in 2024?
4 or 5, 1 or 2.
I think it was 25. Yes, 25. No, 24. It was in 2024 to now being in this position. This is so fascinating. That's right, because 2023 was won by who? Dean Brummett. 2024 was won by Malik Ray.
What if their strategy, and again, maybe they'll prove me wrong, but what if their strategy is let's go all the way to the end of the fuel window. No one's done it yet. Save the tires as much as we can here all together. Gas and go.
Like what you're thinking.
Because if they're catching up to the draft of this next group of cars, which they visually are, I mean, they're right there. You can see them. They don't really have to do all that much.
And that'd be huge because Cooper Glick would be in the show. Marcus Vanderlee would be in the show. This is if it all goes to plan and executed well. Dale Greenwood, Dominic Barbagallo. This would be massive and putting drivers like Moss Steller on the cusp.
You know what it'd be huge for? Chase Crawl at the back of this pack, because those are positions for him to catch on the racetrack.
Correct. It's going to be interesting. 22 to go. So they're not going to pit. The group that we just saw, they have now the main group has caught Spencer Burns.
Now, do they stay in line or try and pass? I think they stay in line and they just draft, because they'll have the biggest pack and they're pitting.
Coming in. Slingshot.
Smart move as well.
Yep. Lockups to the left front, so you expect those drivers to maybe take 2
Oh,
tires.
that 33 might have been speeding.
I didn't like the lockup of 4 tires for Riker Byram. Makes contact with Barbagallo trying to get to pit road.
Let's see what they do.
Oh, Riker Byram overshot the corner, and so we say the pit stall.
Oh, and that might be it for him. They're taking 2. And look at that. I mean, they're out before he's even done with the stop. They're getting the fuel, but he's going to have to book it.
Gas and go, and you just couldn't make the decision quick enough.
He's got to book it. I mean, they're going to stay mostly together. Did Malone? Malone got passed by everyone. I think he took 4. I think he took 4.
I think he took 4 as well. So it's going to really put these drivers on a different setup. Remember, the first group that came by, they all did 2 tires. And look at the teamwork. It's going to make them overshoot everybody from the group that just pitted. Wow.
But fresher tires does matter as we approach 20 to go. Where are the leaders at? Donskoy, Champagne, Mueller?
So they have yet to come to pit road. They're either looking for a caution or, like you said before, gas and go.
They better book it.
So here's Malik Ray. Here's Finnegan Myers. Myers in 4th.
And now Malone went from leading to he's the first one out behind Riker Byram on that cut line. Now still waiting for the top 3 or 4, give or take, top 3 I should say, to pit. We'll see where it all shuffles out at that point. But this is, the entire pack is not really all well put together.
No, not at all.
We got 20 laps now. That's it. This is, by the way, from here on is the length of the LCQ.
That's right. Just 20 laps. So right now we're looking at the provisional race leaders. Unless Mueller, Champagne, and Donskoy can make something work and worth their while. Now they have picked up some stragglers, which have really helped with the team aspect of staying mostly up the pace. If you have 5 or 6 drivers in a line, as you see from the Toyota groups before in the real life side, you're going to be well up to speed. So provisionally, the race leader is Finnegan Myers, but that second group, there's no way somebody didn't come up on the queue and say 2 tires together, 4 tires together, gas only together, because this
Big
has
moves.
completely shuffled everything.
Big moves here. Barbagallo gets passed by Rowe, Vanderlee, and Surratt, and that's 3 more spots, putting him closer to that cut line. He's going to try and get a tow off of these guys. There's another 4 or 5 cars behind him, and it's just a spread out, just groupings all over. It's like 04 Daytona 500 for you.
Calix in 7th, Kenyon in 8th. It will be 17 laps to go when they get to the line. Next time by now they're actually getting to 18 to go because Yaroslav Donskoy has a pretty sizable advantage.
I think at this point with these guys, you got to run it all the way out as much as possible and gas and go.
Yeah, I just hope Justin Champagne's good at math.
We'll find out. Let's see. They're coming to 17 to go this time. Top 3 in this group are the 3 leaders, then some lappers with them.
And I guarantee you someone from his family just screamed out yes or no.
Exactly. It might have been his brother.
It may have been his brother. Running intent saying no.
And they're
he didn't
lapping
stall for X.
And they're lapping Chase Crawl, who got stuck out again on his own. Not a good sequence of events for that 88 machine.
16 to go.
17.
17.
John, these are the leaders.
I can't believe that.
16 and a half.
Yeah.
There we go. Because they're half a lap behind. Fourth on back have pitted. Maybe some of the lappers haven't.
Jarrett, this is a good time. I gotta say this. All these paint scenes we've seen, which one is your favorite so far?
That Spider-Verse one.
Really?
That's beautiful.
I'm gonna be honest, I may need a custom diecast of Finnegan Myers if he goes to victory lane.
That is another beautiful one.
Unbelievable.
All right, let's see where our leaders are now. Have they pit yet? No, they have not.
So what's going on here? Because they've got to be
16.
close to their fuel window.
Well, I mean, I guess we could listen to the throttle a little bit.
I don't think so.
I don't think they're saving.
No, they're definitely
They're
not safe. They
quite
got
spread
maybe
out.
6 laps. At most, they have 6 more laps.
But that's the thing, that 10 laps, that's all you need. That's all you need at this point is to do a gas and go and just hold on for dear life.
So-
Don't speed.
To win the race, can you do it in 18 seconds? That's coming on and off.
I don't think winning the race
Transfer.
matters. I don't think winning the race matters because look at 14th there is Barbagallo in the back. This is another group. You just have to make it into one of these groups that's already going to keep you in the top 17. They're 15 to go. They just passed the line again. I mean, look how much ahead of these guys they are.
Now, this is actually an interesting battle. This is Drew Jewell for 19th, Riker Byram outside looking in 18th. He has to race Dale Greenwood. At some point, they're going to go side by side. It's only about 2.5 seconds separating 17th, 18th, and 19th. So if they elect to go side by side, which they're already considering, this could be the sell for the win, or should we say for the transfer spot. And as you mentioned,
Here's the
Yaroslav
leaders.
Donskoy, they just need gas.
Here's the leaders. Do they come down this time?
Nobody.
Doesn't look like it. Here they go. 14 left.
I can't believe this.
I mean, we knew we were going to have strategy at different points. And we really did not entertain the idea of possibly, and again, 14 to go, long way left.
I haven't had a caution.
We did not entertain this possibility.
Nope.
And now they're spread out. I mean, obviously some kind of aero issue could happen with somebody and crash in one of the groups. But the likelihood of going green all the way, it's skyrocketed.
So this group is catching. They were 2.5 back. Now they're 2 seconds back. That's Cooper Glick at the rear of this field to Drew Jewell. And you can see, these are 4 drivers that are not consistent, not in unison.
We're the
And
leaders.
There you go.
It hasn't changed yet. They're so slow out there right now. They are so slow out there compared to the rest of this pack.
Over 2-second fall off.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it. We talked about half a run of this length was about a second or so. So, oh man, you're bleeding time away at this point. Maybe are they hoping for a caution? Everybody pits?
Well, here's the thing. They're going to have to come to pit road. And they're going to be coming to pit road on the most worn tires anyone has come to pit road on in this setup. Not in testing, not in the duel that we had before. Has anyone tried this out? So they're going to have to be a little more conservative coming in. And they're giving a lot
Here they
of
go.
room.
They're in.
So
Top
how does
3.
this play?
Don't
Mueller,
speed.
Champagne, Donskoy. All right, easy in. This has got to be gas and go. They'll
When you're
lose
already
the shot
seeing
for the win.
You're already seeing that main pack behind them. They're going to fly by here. It's just about where you merge back in. There they go. You just heard them go by.
So there they are. Left
2 tires.
sides.
2 tires.
That's got to be a mistake. Someone's got to be going for the gas and go. Champagne.
But he's going to be behind him.
Where do they size up?
Where's the 9? Where's Mueller?
They're outside looking in.
And 12 to go. 2 cars on their own, and they're not up to speed yet. Ooh.
And Mueller got caught up in the pits. He took 4.
I mean, that would be good if you're in a pack, but So this is the battle for the win. Where's the battle for the transfer? Spencer Burns currently the last one in front of Gavin Austin.
So that's Burns.
This pack,
This is
two in, 2 out.
Wow. And right now, gets into Drew Jewell.
Saves it. but it slows them all up. They're all slow. Burns goes around down low. No caution.
Single car spin.
Oh my gosh,
And we'll
what a
bring it to pit road.
mistake. What
Wow.
a mistake. So who's going to catch up? Because Donskoy is in that next group. It looks like he's on his own. They're all on their own.
Yeah, he's 12 seconds back. So this is still the battle for the transfer spot. Drew Jua or Gavin Austin with Carter Kingsley will be going in.
Carter was the big winner. He was behind all of them when that happened.
What are you doing if you're Spencer Burns? There's 3 other drivers you're racing.
10 to go.
Oh, and Drew gets into Carter Kingsley.
Oh, he saves it though, but it's a killer for his chances. Don't make any dumb move.
Oh,
what are you guys
gosh.
doing? Oh my gosh.
Now, was that by design? Does Gavin Austin get into Drew Jua? I would do it. Why not?
I mean,
they just did it twice. Burns and Drew Jua just did it twice. Push them into turn one.
I know that they don't have him in here, but at this point, who's hitting the seagull?
Unbelievable.
We talked about this earlier. Guys who have been in the past, and they either make mistakes, lose track of the big picture, but 2 cars drafting together, it's going to make a difference. But, I mean, look behind him. There's no one. Don't screw up.
No. Well, and that's the thing. Gavin either could get into Drew right now.
Why would you? Why?
Yeah, why not? You're in.
Just hold steady. Hold a pretty wheel.
We're going to be clipping that. What are you guys doing for a very long time? We're going to be clip every single year. I'm going to come back and clip that line because that is insane. Can you believe it? You're 4 drivers going for 2 spots and you about wrecked.
Man. Well, it ain't over. Somebody could get into somebody else at this point.
Oh my gosh, 9 to go. And Finnegan Myers, you know he's going to race Malik Ray. At some point, Ray's going to go for the win. You can't get the competitor out of him. You can't get the dog out of Malik
Just
Ray.
wait till the last lap. Even if these guys, like, if they don't fully wreck even, they'll be fine. Who are they coming up on real quick? Up front.
Yeah, Cooper Glick is still in.
No, go to Myers real quick. I want to see, like, if they're coming up on a lap, or was that Mueller they were catching? That's
This is Mueller on the outside.
And he's going to be, like, outside of the top 20 easily. I think he's 21st, 22nd.
That is just insane. I can't believe what I just saw.
Oh my gosh.
Well, you know, let's go ask our pit reporter and Frank DeAngelis what just happened there. I think Frank will be able to give us a good update on what's going on. Frank, down there on pit road, you got a copy.
Yeah, what's up?
What happened?
With what?
Spencer Burns.
With what?
I think he just got loose. So, like he was having issues. His shifter wasn't working. His buttons weren't working. And the wheel fell off the desk, I think.
Well, he's heading to the LCQ. It looks like unless something changes.
Haven't we had people whose wheels have caught fire before?
Yeah. Yeah, he actually raced a couple of times in pro late models out in the Carolinas. Same with Orca. And that's just not being prepared, right? Not making sure the wheel is where it needs to be, locked into place, and that's what forces you into the LCQ sometimes. Occasionally it's bad luck, and other times it's just self-inflicting wounds. There'll be 6 to go for Finnegan Myers. And then it's the LCQ. Eric Eastup.
He'll be on pole.
He'll be on pole.
But there's going to be a lot of, I mean, just unless something changes, Justin Champagne's going to be in that race.
Yeah.
Spencer Burns is going to be in that race.
Oh my gosh. I can't believe it.
Because we were so caught up in the finish. Did Nathan Dew make it in, or is he going to be in this?
No, Dew will be in the LCQ.
Of course he will. Oh, man.
This is going to be probably the best LCQ we've ever seen since maybe 2023. Remember that 23 LCQ? Brayden Mavick, William Schmidt, Spencer Burns.
Yeah, where they were locked. I think they had like the 4 locked in and 2 of them wrecked in the last corner. That was when 4 got in. This time only 1.
Here's Gavin Austin with Drew Jua. They're just going to putter it around, and there's Carter Kingsley.
Man, that's a huge gap.
Wild.
And then here's this pack together. I mean, I think if we had another 20 laps, they catch up just fine because of the numbers, but...
Insane stuff.
What could have been?
What could have been? 4 to go this time by for Finnegan Myers. And if you're back there, right, Kevin Champagne, if you pass, you're going for Rose. You're going to improve your starting spot.
Maybe you can also learn, like, at the end of the race, what can I do? What kind of moves can I make? Maybe who will go with me? I mean, that was a big run he got there. It vaulted him ahead of the 3 car, right next to the 54, a huff into 6th now from 8th. But no one went with him.
So they try it again. Not possibly going to work out, but this is going to be an exciting last couple laps. Mosteller's in 3rd. Malik Reyes in 2nd. You win it at our night in America. And with there only being the NWP left after tonight's show, you want to go out on top. Who's the most winningest driver in our night in America? That is Daniel Mosteller. Can he add another tally into the win column?
I've learned never to bet against him.
And once again, the LCQ starts right away. It's 3 to go.
Yeah, LCQ right after this race. We'll get them all lined up. Yeah, you're seeing different moves, I think. That's what these guys are learning. I mean, this could be the way that the main event ends. It could be like the last one. Could be like the race ahead. We'll see. 0-0 and 0-1 lead the way at Daytona. Coming to 2 to go, just about 5 miles from home.
Finnegan Myers has, what, 5 Chevrolets waiting in the wake?
I mean, what's the gap real quick, just so that we're on it, from 17th to 18th?
A lot.
13 seconds.
So unless something happens up front with a crash, Jaroslav Donskoy would be on the front row for the LCQ, but he'll be racing Champagne for that. Champagne finishes 2nd. He will be starting in row number 2. Halfway down the back straightaway, Myers versus Ray. No one has made the leapfrog yet on the position ahead of him.
All right, here we go. I'm interested to see what kind of move one of these guys might have cooked up, if any. There's Donskoy, but he was already way off the pace.
Salamanca, 1 to go in duel number 2.
They're coming up on lappers too. I don't think they're going to catch at least all but one, maybe. But let's see. Does Malik Ray make the move?
He's going to have to do something, feathering the throttle into turns 1 and 2. There's Mosteller watching and waiting.
Kenyon with the move. Kenyon up top. They're going to catch the draft here of this lap car down on the bottom. Oh, that's a move there too.
Finnegan Myers, the race leader, into turns 3 and 4. Josh Kenyon ruptures wide, nearly into the outside wall. The race to the checkered flag. The winner of the Hoosier 400 from last year will win Duel 2 at Daytona. Finnegan Myers does it in style and figures the strategy out to perfection. The final to transfer, Drew Jua and Gavin Austin, 16th and 17th.
And then you see that pack back there. That's the distance. The entire back stretch is the distance. Let's see him home.
Giving the room, the Publix Toyota and the Wendy's Chevrolet will welcome a chance at $1,000 come this Friday. Austin and Drew Jua are in.
John, I just realized the front row is going to be Eric Estep and Justin Champagne.
Oh, yes. Clout row.
All right, 20 laps. 20 laps.
And
That's all you have left.
We're going right away.
Who else is down there that's going to be in there? Chase Krall, Adam Garza, Donskoy. We'll see him on the side there. Truel is going to be in this race. Schmidt's in this race.
Oh, my goodness. 22
Brummett.
drivers.
There's Dew, Mr. LCQ.
This is it. This is it right here. Eric Estep, Justin Champagne. Zachary Truel. I hope he has some coffee. He's in 5th.
Poor guy. I hope he took a nap.
I hope he took a nap as well. Chase Krall. His family owned Dygarn back in the 80s when they won consistently. Darrell Waltrip. His father, Charles Krall, commentates for ARCA East, ARCA West.
Well, we got a duel here. We got dark dew and light dew. Nathan Dew in the light green Mountain Dew
Oh, my
machine.
goodness.
We got the dark green one of Chase Crawl.
And Nathan Dew trying to do it for Scooby-Doo and all of Team T. The only representation for Team T in this event.
Wow.
And then there's Spencer Burns.
I wouldn't have believed that a couple years ago.
Yeah. Dean Brummett, the 23 winner.
And he might not be able to race. I mean, we have a star-studded LCQ, and then there's going to be a large number. Again, even if there's alternates, a large number of these guys will not be racing on Friday night. This is their curtain call. Make it good, guys.
We're going to ask the chat below. Does East Step make it? What do you think?
I believe in him.
biased. Come on.
I believe that we will win.
Place your bets. I want to see it in the chat. What number? I'm going to be honest. If I was a betting man today, it's hard to look against Nathan Dew. There's something about it. But man, Dean Brummett. I know Dean Brummett. I know him. But I also know Justin Champagne, and I'm going to stay by what I said earlier. Champagne's going to be in the LCQ, and he's going to make it in.
Well,
I'm sticking with Justin.
The thing with this LCQ, to remind people at home, this is not top 17 at this point.
Yep.
This is winner take all. If you're second, third, fourth on back, you are not guaranteed a spot. Maybe if somebody drops out, you're an alternate. That's about it.
Yep.
Winner take all.
So keep that in mind. For the drivers to finish second, third, or fourth, they are the extras. If someone drops, if you finish second in this event, you're in the NWP 400. But that's only if someone that already made it in can't make it. So there's only one guarantee to leave tonight in the afternoon hours of Daytona. Win. If you want a shot at $1,000, win. This is it.
Oh, get ready. Because this is going to be the most wild race of the night.
East Step, Champagne, Roberts, Johnson, Truhl, Crawl, Delgado, Kingsley, Schmidt, Garza, and the rest of the herd. 20 laps, 20 rotations of an opportunity. You must win to advance. Welcome to the LCQ. We light the fuse for the final time tonight. Champagne has help outside. That's Johnson, but they're already looking 3 wide. Here comes Chase Crawl.
Bottom line is definitely the most organized of the two of them. We're going to see Roberts pushing Eric up to the front. Champagne right there. Crawl falling back on the high side.
Oh, it's antsy. It's energized. Champagne blocks outside lane. Wants to keep Crawl at bay. Now navigates back to the middle, to the bottom side of the racetrack, and leads the inside lane advantage. Something happened in the rear.
Yeah, Spencer Burns, Dean Brummett, Mueller, a bunch of others are lagging, if not done. But they race on. Champagne leads the first lap.
He's going to get it to the line. Everyone else just looking for a buddy to navigate and maybe some breathing room in case things get a little dicey. Roberts into third. Eric East step into second with Christian Delgado breathing down the out of the groove forward into turns 1 and 2.
Oh, and they're trying to make that third line again. There just might not be enough cars to materialize it at this point. Battle is still for second. Champagne leads the way out front.
Here he comes, but here comes Roberts with a help from Truhl. It's the Chevrolet green and yellow machine leading to turn 3.
Oh, the Chainsaw Man car of Schmidt nearly cut through that top line. Opens the door for Champagne and East Step to get ahead. Delgado right with them. Bottom line has the momentum.
We are all glued to our TV screens right now knowing this is it. 18 to go and Justin Champagne with a handsome lead. He'll navigate the outside, trying to manipulate the air, and will do so to turn 1.
But that opens the door for Roberts and Truhl up top. High side getting the run, and they're going to get the run at certain points during this run to the finish. Oh, look how loose they all are. Top 2 clear now. They're up front all by themselves.
And does something happen with that LCQ magic? Does a caution come out? Does it give the driver sitting 17th on back a better opportunity? Roberts underneath. He's with Truhl. He's with East Step. He's also with Carter Kingsley, and for the first time in a long time, Champagne not in control of this race.
Roberts with a really great run. He can control the lines if he wants them. Truel battling with Champagne, who has a push from Schmidt. You're just seeing the conga line move up and down. Tries to throw the block. That's Roberts. Can't do it. Truel on his bumper, though. It was enough to shake up the 38.
3 wide Adam Garza. That's the second time he's going to hedge his bets on possibly someone coming in behind. This time it will be Chase Crawl, but no one else will maybe try it on the outside. Here comes Cortines to join in the show. Something's got to work on that third lane, but Acevedo goes wide into 3 and forces him into a bad position.
Top 16 all up front. Only one of them can advance. Roberts currently just behind Champagne. Champagne with the push again. High side getting the momentum, and it shuffles the bottom line more.
16 laps to go. Can you hold your breath for that long? We saw Estep get loose on the bottom. He is forced to stay in the throttle with his race car that is struggling through the rough air. He's up into Donskoy. Donskoy into Schmidt. They all keep it pointed forward, but a whoa, holds on moment into turns 1 and 2.
Pop that Shark Week Great Clips Toyota, and Champagne gets the lead out of it. Right over Armstrong and Roberts again. Oh, and contact for second. Estep looking there for 5th. And the bottom line gets the run.
Everyone on their feet. Michael Mitchum, the ping pong, but it works. He holds on in the draft, loses the position he had, but with 15 to go, still a contender.
Oh, we got a lap car ahead, that being the 9 car. Here comes Garza with the run. Up to second, looking for the lead, looking for more.
Darts his way to the top spot. The 3 leads at Daytona off turn number 2 into the super stretch.
Smart move there by the lapper. A big block. Truel in the wall off Garza. That shakes up the whole high line.
What to do? What to do? This is it. 15 laps, and you won't have any more with Ed or Night in America. Do you want it to be second or worse, or could you find glory late?
We see Garza again with the push from Schmidt. When the high side has it hooked up and ready, they are good. Top 2 get clear of the bottom line. Roberts now with the push from Champagne. Just not enough cars to make it happen yet.
Michael Mitchum, Yaroslav Donskoy, lane 2. They have been arguing over how to work that line. And Schmidt, you see the daylight. From him to Michael Mitchum behind. Somebody, if anybody, can make it work. It's gonna have to come quick because Garza is in full commitment on the bottom side of the racetrack.
Oh, and it's a bit of a clogged up front now. But Acevedo just gets shuffled out. He's the first one to lose off of one of those moves. Bottom line altogether. Oh, man, Armstrong nearly lost it. That nearly sent Donskoy. 13 to go, and they keep it together.
I can't believe they've raced this hard without something going amiss. Schmidt on the outside. Michael Mitchum, now the one that is supposed to be the aide, has Donskoy still. Chase Crawl moves to lane 2, but Adam Garza is the safest cat in town right now on the bottom with nobody in agreement on the outside. Now it works. Schmidt to the race lead down the super stretch.
And there you see how much movement the entire pack has. Top and bottom lines all over the place. Nobody keeping a pretty wheel at this point. The big losers being Champagne and Estep getting shuffled to the back half of the top 10. Armstrong around into Garza. Up into the pack. Huge crash. Takes about 5, 6, maybe 8 of them out. Caution, Schmidt the leader, Estep second.
Xander McKinney gets into it as well. Behind, who else maybe got a piece of it? Zachary Truel. Did he get heavy nose damage? I believe he did. It could be repairable. Adam Garza's on pit road. Dean Brummett, a sigh of relief. His favorite color the last 5 minutes must have been yellow. Same with Spencer Burns and Nathan Dew. We'll have less than 10 laps remaining in the LCQ.
You hear that sound from the 06, the 07, and the 21? That's the sound of a breath of life being put back into their chances.
I thought you were going to say the nail in the coffin.
No.
The reference from 2010.
No, yeah. We're not referencing that one yet. Nobody's went 5 times. They just got to get 1 at this point.
Oh, man. Man.
So we're getting restarted with what? Probably 9, 10 to go.
That was only 8 laps somehow.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Some pretty big hits there.
There's Garza Oh,
I think it's
I
over.
said it 30 seconds earlier is the safest cat in town.
Oh,
Ooh,
big
man.
hit. Oh, man. You see Champagne and Johnson bail down the pits.
Wow. Can we see that again? What a lick to the inside wall.
You know, John, it reminds me when I was a kid watching Monday Night Football, he got jacked up.
Yeah. And the thing is, it wasn't Donskoy. But watch one more time. I like this view here.
We gotta watch
Look at
Eric's.
Mitchum.
By the way, after this, we gotta watch Eric's way through this. I don't know how he made it through.
Pack air on the back of the Michael Mitchum machine. They talked about it in testing yesterday that it could happen. They call it aero griefing.
And it's also getting out a little bit of different way the air affects the car too when you move behind a car.
No, I think it just got loose.
I think so. I think it started earlier in the corner.
And it's just a wild impact for Adam Garza. He just never slowed down.
Oof. Before we go back to Green, I want to see the 17, how he got through this thing from his view, because that happened right in front of him.
Yep, there's Eric. I think a great nose view wouldn't hurt anyone.
Well, let's see what we got. Wow.
Wow. Who said he's just a YouTuber?
The seas parted.
Man, he looked like Matt out there, I'll tell you what. Looked like Matt Kenseth was running. He'll be restarting in third. Wyatt Roberts in second. William Schmidt, the race leader. And when we get to the line, it'll be 1 to go. Yes. So what it looks like is, I'm going to guess, and I don't have to guess anymore. It's exactly what it is. We're getting word. Mitchum got tight behind William Schmidt. And the second his car hit clean air, it snapped loose. Just like that. So easy. It's so easy to happen. So we'll get the 1 to go. It'll be 9 to go in the race. Schmidt will choose the outside lane, putting Roberts on the bottom. And here's the thing. Each step's going to have to push Roberts.
Yep.
Because Champagne, you know he's going to shove the daylights out of William Schmidt.
Well, and E-Step's had a lot of trouble on these restarts getting up to speed. He looked better at the start. Granted, he was a control car. But there's been a couple of the restarts in the first duel where he would lose a couple of car lengths, and that you can't have that now, or you're going to fall back to probably 5th or 6th and be right in the hornet's nest. I mean, how many are left in this pack?
Not many.
Probably of the guys on the lead lap, at least, I think we're looking at what, 14, 15?
Somewhere around those lines.
We got some lappers in there. We have some in the pits. But that took a lot of contenders out. And look who's still in it in 13th. Where he always manages to be.
Man. I'm telling you, don't look away from that Doo magic.
It's like even your Logano, you're waiting for it to happen.
As long as Scooby-Doo does not leave a surprise on the carpet again, I think he should be okay.
Oh, we got a bump already there. On
Come on, Eric's like, let's go.
He's ready.
Let's go. And here's the best part about NR, it brings out characters and people that you wouldn't notice. Like, we all try to keep it as professional as possible. This is a time to hang loose a little bit.
Let's do it, yeah. Yeah, I tell you, though, that top line, those two getting hooked up together, whew, that's going to be a power duo to beat.
Oh, yeah.
But they could beat each other. We've seen that.
It's going to be fun.
Let's get it going.
It'll be 9 to go. Out of the race, Yaroslav Donskoy and Adam Garza. It leaves 18 left to roll.
Only 16 on the lead lap.
Let's do it. William Schmidt, Wyatt Roberts. 9 to go from Daytona.
Ooh, no one really gets connected.
Top end trying to move. Champagne and Schmidt, we knew they were going to be a good duo.
The high line definitely has the numbers.
Acevedo lays on the back bumper of the Don Julio Toyota Camry.
Schmidt, Champagne, Acevedo, Kingsley, Cortinas, Burns. Those two make the move. Acevedo goes down low. Burns bails on him, and Schmidt goes down to block.
Oh, he's focused. He is focused. He hates when I talk negatively about him. It adds about 50 extra horsepower to his mind, and right now it's working for Burns from 8th to 5th. And trying to get more.
8 to go, and just out of 4. Champagne almost lost it. Now he's got one of his drafting partners right with him. That's Spencer Burns. Schmidt comes up to block them both. And there goes Champagne to the bottom, going for the lead.
He still has company. Is it a side draft by Schmidt? No, it won't. He knows he has Burns behind him. 3 Toyotas bouncing off each other, coming down the back straightaway.
Oh, and they're bouncing towards the middle of the pack, bouncing at the front of the pack. Double wide still. Big push from the 65 to the 38. Not enough, though, to get Schmidt to clear down low if he wants. And Champagne saves it again, and there they go.
Into the wall with Carter Kingsley. Acevedo sideways, and the caution will wave for the second time.
Chase Crawl,
heavy damage. You saw it there from David Johnson as well.
And is this it for Justin Champagne?
We're going to have to see the
Dean
wheels.
Brummett, a lot of damage in that one. So I also ask this question now. We've had some cautions in between here. Do you pit? Do you take tires?
Think you do. If you're back there, and remember, you got to be first. You can't be second. If you're back there in 10th, come to pit road. You know Champagne's going to go to pit road. He's 10th. But if you're Eric Estep, I don't think you pit from 9th.
I think you do.
Really?
Well, dude, you're going for the lead. There's only like maybe going to be 14 left. What do you got to lose? You lose a spot or two? You can make that up with fresh tires. I think that he should pit. I think Delgado should pit. Like, if I'm basically from about Truel on down, I'm pitting, getting the 4 fresh tires because we've seen it can make the difference.
But what if these guys pit?
Yeah. Oh, if the leaders pit?
Yeah.
Oh.
Then you stay out for sure.
You know what? I would hate to be the first one staying out. My rule of thumb with that is I'd want to be the second or third in line to stay out.
Mitchell Armstrong's going to come back to pit road. I just don't. Oh my gosh, going from 9th to 18th. There's still going to be maybe 18 cars left. Carter Kingsley, if he gets back out there, will Shaq? I mean, okay.
Well, Xander McKinney and Mitchell Armstrong are laps down. They're out of it without a miracle happening. So you're looking at 15 on the lead lap right now, 16, but you have some with some heavy damage on top of that.
I don't know. I just don't think Estep has the experience.
But everyone behind him is pitting. He should. Oh man.
Okay, maybe he should have come.
That's what I'm saying, John. There's not that many left. And now these guys, again, if you're in the top 3 or 4, that's a good. Yeah, but he's second to last of the old tires.
We'll see. I mean, you just never know, because here's the thing: if those guys come to pit road and he does 4 tires, he takes too long in the pits, he speeds. You just never know with how that would go.
I mean, look at these guys up front, Schmidt, Burns. Those two are always threats at super speedways, and they might not be in it, both of them, or one of them, who knows. I mean, maybe the other thought of a lot of the guys staying out, too, is you would be in the alternate positions if some guys don't make it, too. You know, racing smartly.
So here's the thing. Could he have gotten fresh tires? Yes. But does he have tires already on the car? Yes. They're bolted on just like everyone else in front of him. Where does the momentum shift? Because, yes, we can talk about tires like it's an intermediate at Daytona all we want. But the thing is, they go through a cooling cycle after every single run-in-the-mill.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to have to all get up to speed. And if we do go green to the distance, you can't expect some of these guys a little bit deeper on to make a run. But the momentum shift is going to be the most important. If something happens on the outside, and Johnson, Estep, if they're on the bottom, they're going to have an advantage that those drivers that came to pit road won't have. Now, the thing is, if Estep and Johnson came to pit road, they would have been possibly in the same position and then have the advantage. But you can't think about that now. Now you got to think about you're going to be restarting with maybe 4 laps to go. That's it. That is not a lot of time to go from some of these guys are back there in 16th, 15th, 14th to the race lead. The safe bet could be the best bet, because if Schmidt and Burns wreck and then we head to overtime, you're going to be grateful that you possibly stayed, because now you'll be restarting in rows 1 and 2. It's tough.
You're
We
going to
can
have
play
to
this
push
game all we
like
want.
hell. That's
Yeah.
what you're going to have to do. I mean, you can't lag back. You have to be right on them. I mean, you have to be right on them before you even go green, right on their bumper. Because I think that's what it's going to have to take. I mean, we're going to get back going with 4 laps to go. That is not much time to make up 9, 10, 11, 12 spots.
So Schmidt will choose the outside. He won't have the Toyota help on in line with him. It'll be Burns, and he'll have Dew on the outside. So he'd rather choose Dew as a pushing partner than Cortines. They're both Ford, so they're all going to have the flat nose. They're going to be really good at pushing. The question is what happens behind. Does Wyatt Roberts bounce correctly? Does Truel bounce correctly?
What if somebody hits the wrong way, too?
It's going to be interesting. Because it's going to be 4 laps to go.
And if somebody hits the wrong way, though, where's the rest of the field?
Well, that's an interesting question.
Are they
Champagne, so they pit
Oh, they
one more
all
time.
and they all have damage. They're
Yeah.
probably repairing damage too.
Chase Crawl.
So we got maybe 8 cars out there that aren't incredibly damaged.
2 Toyotas on the front row. Which one is the stronger line? I mean, I would still expect the outside lane to be stronger than the bottom.
I would too.
Because
It's the aggression.
Burns is too inconsistent. There's not enough data on Cortines. Same with Roberts and E-Step. The outside lane is the winning move as long as Nate Dew and Truel are on it.
Yeah, and they're always pretty good and aggressive on these restarts. So
Now, the thing is, Truel's going to work together well. And that's something that the top 3 and the outside, Jarrett, work together so well.
they do.
The inside lane, I feel like someone's gonna
Probably bail.
bail. And you know who's gonna bail? The driver leading on the bottom, as we've already seen it tonight.
Yep.
All right, 4 to go. Hedge your bets.
Strap down that couch at this point because it's gonna fly away.
Strap down the apartment, the house.
The street
Gravity
block.
may go. I think the gravity's going. Let's do it. Toyota on Toyota. 4 to go in the last chance qualifier for the NWP 400. Burns top in front of Dew, and the inside lane dissipates.
We knew he'd bail. Second place now. They'll be up to speed by the end of the super stretch. Top 4 all in a line up top. Johnson joins them.
But is he actually an ally to William Schmidt?
Lead guy on fresh tires is Justin Champagne. He's up to 9th. Second, third on that bottom line.
Cortines, Roberts, Crawl in the middle. Nathan Dew, can you do it for a 3rd year in a row?
He's in position, coming to 3 laps left. Schmidt leads. Burns, you're wondering when he makes the move. Dew, he's always going to make some kind of move, but the move comes from Truel.
Oh, he's moving. Passes the way station, trying to get into 3rd.
Oh, and he's got that run down on the bottom now. There he's side by side with Burns for 2nd. Doesn't have the numbers though.
Oh, trouble, Eric, you step around to the middle of turns 1 and 2. It's a single car spin. We stay green. Here's the fight for the race lead.
Oh, here's Justin Champagne with the move. Truel blocks. They nearly wreck it. Burns makes the move and nearly wrecks again.
Oh, man, no give at all. Oh,
There he goes!
Into the outside wall. Dew puts a nose in between, and Schmidt continues the lead, coming to 2 to go.
Schmidt with the lead, Dew with the push. Truel still in contention. 3 wide for the lead. He just ditched him. Dew going to the lead with less than 2 left, and now Truel with the push from the 38 of Champagne.
Here comes that Mountain Dew magic, but he's back to 3rd. Champagne to 2nd. Truel mirror driving down the super stretch. What did we just watch, and what is left?
28 and 38, they're the ones battling for the win. Johnson trying to join them, and out of nowhere, Delgado for the first time. Big crash! Johnson in the wall with Dew. There's more around. Caution's out. We're going to overtime.
Wow. And it won't work for a 3rd year in a row. Nathan Dew will be out of this event. Spencer Burns, a lot of damage for him. Wyatt Roberts this gives an opportunity for McKinney, Eastep, and Johnson now for sure to come to pit row. There's no argument about it. And possibly make a last-ditch effort. Zachary Trull, unbelievable. I guarantee you he's seen 3 wide out there when they're single foul. He hasn't slept a wink in the last 18 or so hours.
Oh, man. What's Dude? Where'd Dude go? He's like running out in front of the pack.
I think so. What they do is usually at this point they'll let them go around to come to pit road. They've been doing it all duel long. So he'll come to pit road because he's not actually gaining anything. He'll be starting from the rear anyways to see if they can get the damage done. They've been doing this, we saw it the last couple of times in the duels. So it's been like that. Does it work? I don't think so. I mean, you can hear it dragging the ground.
I feel like we're going to see either somebody that just runs away with it at the end, or we're going to see somebody who's not even in the picture make it past a wreck. Because that's the way that this race has been going. And man, what a huge hit.
Cortinas.
I mean, we're probably only going to have, what, 13, 14 cars that actually are left that can race?
If even that. So it'll be 2 to go. We'll head to overtime. Do you come to pit road? I believe Carter Kingsley and company will.
You gotta. I mean, if you're those back guys.
Chase Kroll will elect to stay out. We've been saying it before, 10th on back. I think you got to pit every single time.
The 9 and the 17 aren't.
Wow.
That surprises me.
I think he thinks track position is more important.
I mean, there's not really much track position left. There's not many cars left.
So Eric will jump to 10th. He didn't get it repaired.
No, that's
He's
KO'd.
just trying.
He's hoping for a miracle.
Yep, Carter Kingsley. Spencer Burns. The Eastep fans have been the funniest thing in the chat tonight. I want to point it out.
Keeping the dream alive.
Yep.
Well, for him, the big thing is moving as much to the front as possible. That is the biggest part for him.
So it'll be 2 to go when we get to the line, but right now we have lights on top of the pace car. Let's go over some of these drivers. Zachary Trull, what a last 24 hours he has had. Foul ball heading his way up in Minnesota at the Twins game. Bounces off his hands. Lands into Braden Movik's hands. Will be in the NWP 400. Didn't give it to a kid. Drives 18 hours. Slept a couple of hours in South Bend, Indiana, I think at a way station. And then drove all the way here. He had 15 minutes to get everything set up and going. And here he is, leading the herd. What's next?
I'm just watching the chat. They're entertaining too.
Can he make the main for Friday? Can he make the NWP 400?
I feel like it could be somebody we're not even talking about. The way that so many of these wrecks happen and the seas part for different drivers, just stay in the main pack as we go into overtime.
Wild, chaotic. I don't think the dream's alive anymore for Dew, but I mean, 2 LCQ wins in a row is pretty good.
Yeah, 3 strikes you're out, though.
Yeah, he is a Cubs fan.
It's a good team.
Yeah.
Very good team. Go Cubs, go.
Mueller, Kroll, Shack. Zachary Trull. Well, we got the 1 to go. So within a minute, we'll be firing through the box.
11. We have 11 cars out there on the grid. And maybe 6 of them are mostly undamaged.
I would say so.
I mean, what do you have to lose at this point? Just go for it. Go till you're broke.
And there's Nathan Dew in 12th, Wyatt Roberts in 13th, Carter Kingsley in 14th. Zayden Cortina's on pit road.
If you want to watch the 2 most entertaining ones coming up through the field and driving in this finish here, it's Champagne on the first row, and it's Spencer Burns in 11 trying to charge up there. Champagne has been absolutely worth the price of admission up at the front, blocking, making big moves. Spencer Burns is just the same way coming up through the pack. It's going to be wild.
All 3 manufacturers can place 1 more of their cars on the grid for Friday. the chat very much on the side of E-Step. But I see Champagne fans in there. I see Zachary Truel fans in there. I see William Schmidt fans in there. They've been following these guys for years and years. And now they wonder if it can finally happen for some of those looking for an e-ticket. Think about how many wins Justin Champagne has and how many e-tickets he has.
Yep.
The answer is a lot of NR Night wins, but no e-ticket wins. Zachary Truel was one of the best open wheel drivers we had. Almost won the Indiana 500 multiple times. But just 2 laps left to see if history continues. Overtime in the LCQ.
Big move there. Champagne getting down on the bottom in third as the top line doesn't go again. And top 4 all in a line. Here comes Acevedo with them. Schmidt, the odd man out.
Wow, the outside lane didn't work through 1 and 2. Zachary Truel, Christian Delgado. And here comes Champagne. Sidros Delgado. Advantage Don Julio Toyota. Switch
There they
back.
go.
Crawl in the wall. E-step in the wall.
And they're around again. Oh, big wreck.
Do they throw the caution? That's the question. I think it's farther enough back. Now the caution waves.
Double overtime.
Wyatt Roberts.
I think the dream's dead here too.
This is it. This is all you got. You know what? A lot of these drivers put it all on the line. E-step, a lot of damage. Cortina is still in the pits. Delgado.
Who's left?
Saw Wyatt Roberts with damage. Nathan Dew. Imagine. He's in 10th.
Of course he is.
Mueller has damage. Burns. He had damage. Now the thing is, they keep coming to pit road and repairing these cars. It's not over.
I mean, it is until you hit the white flag. Every time there's a caution, just bring it down. Doesn't matter how bad it looks.
Here's the thing. Some of these guys, they've been consistent with it all night. You can pass the pace car to go down there. If it is, but I mean, that's if it's like overly bad. You obviously can't do it consistently. I think that rule is going to change. The only reason we haven't been calling it is because they've been consistent with it all night long. Dew, Robert, Champagne, Schmidt, Truel, Brummett, Acevedo, Crawl. Because here's the thing. They get a penalty for passing leaders and coming in anyways. It's the tail end of the longest line. So, in theory, they're breaking the rule, but not losing as much as they usually would. No way you pit. No way you pit.
I mean, how much damage should he have, maybe?
Champagne? No. I can see some of these guys like Burns pitting.
Acevedo.
Yeah.
Nope, he dives back up on the racetrack,
man.
so it's going to be Burns, Mueller, Shaq,
And Delgado staying out. So we're going to go to the 1 to go here because of the lack of cars we have on the track.
Might as well. I mean, 7 cars stayed out. And then we have, I think, back to 10th of cars we know they can still roll. Nathan Dew, yeah, he's going to be the walking wounded, same as Spencer Burns. So we got about 12 cars. That's it.
12 cars. I just don't know. I don't know what's next. I can't ask for questions or maybe offerings because you got to think about it here. We've had 2 overtimes. We could see a 3rd. Team T, 1 more shot to be represented in the final e-ticket event. And Eric Estep with a comment, cooked.
Oof.
He's out. Christian Delgado just blew an engine. He's out. That was from 7th.
Good Lord. As long as you're just on
Mueller
the track.
and Burns have got to go, go, go.
You just got to be on the track at this point.
Yeah. 6 drivers, 1 spot.
Jeez, it is a 2020 Clash. I mean, this LCQ is based off the Clash.
Insane.
The original Clash, that is.
Yeah.
Each race and qualifying procedure, you got the qualifying it on speed like the front row of the 500. You got the 50 laps like the twin 125s used to be, and you have the old Clash, all leading up to a 160 lap race on Friday night.
Under the lights.
Under the lights. And it's going to be wild. I think this is it. Oh, nope, there they
They're
come.
going to make it.
There they are.
But they can't jump the start. He has to actually woe it down. He can't find an advantage. He will be black flagged. Does Burns pick a lane? He does. Overtime attempt number 2. Burns did set the tires. This is a clean start for him. Joins the bottom with Champagne. 4 on 3 to turn 1.
7 drivers left in this main pack. Up front, it's Champagne again, this time over Truel. Truel gets the big push to him. Tries to make a move. There's a block. A second block.
Can it work? Zachary Truel driving the race of his life.
Here's Schmidt with the run up top. Dean Brummett with the push to him.
Chase Crawl a blink. Burns undecisive. Either it goes or it doesn't. One more chance to make the main event. Salablanca in the LCQ.
Champagne with the advantage. Schmidt up top, trying to get something hooked up. Brummett pushing him, but it's not enough. On the bottom, Champagne is clear, can make any block he wants. Truel now, he has to find some way to get around him. A push from Acevedo. He looks low again. Here goes Champagne to block again. He has a nose up top. He's turned.
Zachary Truel around, heads to the inside wall.
Burns around.
Same with Spencer Burns. This is it. Champagne versus Schmidt. Final time into 3 and 4. The mirror drive from the Don Julio Toyota. Oh, he's loose.
Not done yet.
He got loose in 3 and 4. It's going to be a drag race.
Brummett down low.
Champagne versus Schmidt muscles his way to win the LCQ. Justin Champagne heads to the NWP 400.
And with that, literally every single car in the field crashed.
And in a shower of sparks covered by smoke, both Champagnes will be represented come this Friday night. Wow. And here's the replay from when it all came down. I think admins will naturally want to review it.
I definitely think they should, at least to make sure.
Unbelievable. Let's chat with the driver that crossed the line first. We'll chat with Eric Eastep as well. He got the full NR experience.
That's for sure.
Unbelievable. Let's watch here. They want to naturally review it. Contact.
I mean, he shoves him up into the wall, basically. He has no intention of making it.
Schmidt shoves into the grass.
I mean, Brummett's the only one that had really a clean finish here.
That was a clear hit back.
We talked about intentional wrecking.
Yep.
That was a rule in the drivers' meeting, that they have the discretion if they wanted to.
That is true. As I'm saying, the 38 went into the grass. We know that is a rule.
And the thing is, if you get DQ'd at the end of one of these races, it puts you down to last. I mean, because both the 79 and the 38 were nailing each other there, back and forth, and they really had no intention of making the corner without hitting the other. Brummett's really the only one in contention that made a clean move.
Well, they're reviewing it, so now the admins want to review it. So in the meantime, before we go ahead and talk with Dean Brummett and we talk with some of these other guys, because that's now puts a couple of these guys in a very interesting situation. This is why super speedway racing is fascinating. Eric Eastep, you had the best view of it all. What did you think?
Oh man, that was dicey. I want to give a huge shout out first and foremost to Xander and Finnegan for coaching me along all night. I haven't been on iRacing in over a year. Appreciate everyone letting me test with them earlier in the day. I put a couple hours into this insane rules package y'all cooked up, and it was a lot of fun. But boy, it was stressful. It was fun to actually get up there and race in the lead draft. A lot of good drives. I mean, Champagne. I think I said the second to last run. I told my guys, I was like, I'm just gonna try and follow Champagne. I think he knows what he's doing. And sure enough, I guess he did. But we couldn't stay with him. He's just too good. So dodged a lot of wrecks, caught up in one big one there at the end, and it is what it is. That's Daytona. But it was fun to be a part of this.
Yeah, what did you think of the package?
I mean, I don't have a lot to base anything else off of. I thought it was fun. As about 5-10 laps in, especially with the heat of the day here, I mean, it was squirrely. Entry, exit. Sometimes it felt like it was sort of floating across those seams. Like, it was fun. I'm not in the sim very often. I obviously don't drive real race cars, so I'm working muscles tonight that I don't usually work. I'm going to be sore in the morning, so I guess that's a night well spent.
Indeed.
So, of the guys you raced out there, who you think has the edge to win it on Friday night?
Oh man, I mean, I guess he won the LCQ. I don't know what if y'all are still reviewing it, but
they're still reviewing.
Again, still reviewing, but I was watching Justin Champagne there slice and dice. It was pretty great. I'm gonna go with Finnegan though. He had the right strategy, great execution in that second duel race. I wasn't racing him, but I was chatting with him and watching him the whole time, and he was just super clean and pristine. So I'll take the 0-0 in the main.
All right. Let's be honest, he's really good in duel too. So, pretty awesome. Eric, thank you so much for coming on. Great to have him racing for the duels. We're going to go ahead and chat with some drivers before. Let's chat with Dean Brummett, see what Dean thinks about the whole finish when it all came back to the line. Dean, final lap, what did you think?
I was just kind of hoping to have a chance there, John. I saw those two coming. I mean, I had a lot of damage on the front end, and the second I put it into the wind, it became a parachute. So I didn't think it would hold as well in draft as what it did. The wheel was bent. I had a toe link bent. And so I saw those two beating and banging, and I was like, well, I'm going to follow as close as I can through three at the last second. And they just kept beating off each other, banging into each other. And I was down there going for the 3-wide move, and then just had both of them shoot off the wall into me, wrecking. So I mean, at this point, it's been a rough night. It's been a long night. If I'm at the mercy of the review team, and if that was the last lap I ever got to turn in NR night in America, then it was an exciting one at least.
Absolutely. Well, we're so glad to have you here. Nonetheless, we know we're still looking over some things just to see how it went. But the whole day, did you have fun with it?
I did have fun. It was a fun package. Definitely a little different. That was awesome. I mean, I just hate in heat one. I wound up having the big one wrecked, and then last second, after me and TCB missed it, had Schmidt and Matthew Baker just come out of nowhere, and I just wound up getting destroyed. So it was fun. It was really fun to feel the next gen car for the first time in my life. Try to drive off of the right rear, and I mean that's an incredible experience, having to manage that right rear tire and manage some arrows. So like I said, if we get to go back to the shop, go get a third backup car and bring it out for Friday night, I'll be honored. But if not, then John, it's been an honor, buddy, to do this. Congratulations, and like I said, we hope to see you Friday, but if not, I wish you nothing but the best in the future, my friend.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for being able to be a part of this community as well. I mean, you won the 2023 event. You know what it feels like to be on the top of the sim world. Thank you so much, Dean Brummett. Well, it's interesting because we got a lot of messages going back and forth. A lot of undecisiveness, and here's why. When you watch back on it, and this is the interesting part that we like to go ahead and get in with everybody. Here's Lane Sanders doing whatever Lane was doing. So we weren't able to watch back on it now just because we're into the next session. Schmidt hit Champagne after Champagne hit Schmidt. Schmidt did get force him into the grass. There's no doubt about that. Jared, I'm in a tough position about this because if it becomes undecisive, you can't make a decision off of controversy.
I mean, I think both of them, like we talked about, about intentionally wrecking each other, I think neither had the intention of making the tri-oval without destroying the other.
And I very much agree.
And that was something that we kind of pushed back on. To me, I think the 07 was the first one that crossed the line that actually did so fairly and cleanly.
That's very interesting.
So if it were up to me, I'd be putting the 07 as the winner and DQing the top two.
So we're going to let them go ahead and decide.
That's their
But as
decision.
of right now, it would be a very long decision. I don't want to go ahead and sit here all night to go ahead and make a decision on this. I'm very much in the decision of what Muvik agrees on as well, and a couple others in that chat, where they pushed, they shoved, one got pushed in the grass, another comes back up. It's almost like a schoolyard fight. One's going to hit, the other one's going to hit back. And yeah, Dean Brumman didn't make contact either. But how many times have we called both ends of the stick? We've been batting 500 or going one way or the other. And the thing is, we are forced to make a decision live on stream. We're not doing this after hours thing because there's almost 400 of you guys watching. It is a school night. I know a lot of you guys have work in the morning as well. I'm going to be honest, Jarrett. I think we're going to go ahead and keep it as undecisive. And it's going to be Justin Champagne as driver number 40 making it into the event. It's very controversial. It'd be controversial to take it as well. There's always controversy when we go to Daytona. So it's not the top 3 advancing. It is only Justin Champagne. So Champagne will win the LCQ, and he will be headed to this Friday. He was the first driver to cross the line, which naturally usually gives you the up in arms if there is an undecisive call. I've been looking through different text messages and kind of seeing what others thought. Nonetheless, 62 drivers down to 40, and now it's set up for this Friday. Now, if this was this Friday's race, we'd be here a lot longer to go ahead and observe everything for sure. But with it being the way it is, they all got put in. We had cars wrecking left and right. We also see where they set the bar. If they set the bar, a push comes a shove, and shove comes a shunt, and next thing you know, cars are wrecking left and right. That's where the bar is set, and that's where I see it, including it with it being almost 11 o'clock on the East Coast. But if it does happen this Friday, we might have to go ahead and change that, because if it is definitely the last one, the right winner is going to win. No doubt about it.
Wouldn't be this event without controversy.
Well, that's the thing, too. It's always this way. It's balls and strikes on the corner, and I don't think we have something to go ahead and call the top of the review and have an AI bot go ahead and say if it was clean or not. It's all human error. It's all quick in the moment. Agree, disagree. Trust me, we've had these moments. Tailgate. Josh Kenyon probably should have won that event. Some drivers hit the grass, but were they forced into the grass? Controversy on a super speedway on iRacing will always be this way. So that sets the field. 40 drivers. We all now look forward to one day. It's Friday, the NWP 400. Jarrett,
I can't wait.
This is it.
This is it. That's done forever. That's just...
Isn't that crazy?
Doesn't feel real.
It doesn't. It doesn't feel real because... And I saw the messages in the chat on Duel 2. Some are saying, why? Well, if you're doing it in person, why can't you do it the sim side? And if you do know what I do, it's a lot of sports broadcasting, a lot of marketing and media, a lot of at-home interviews, a lot of the iRacing setup stuff has come down to really becoming an at-home studio for in-person interviews with drivers, Cup drivers, O'Reilly drivers, and I'm on Amazon Prime occasionally, pit reporting and doing TV broadcasts, sportscasting in the booth, and then Flow Racing, Track TV. Next thing you know, I'm on the road all the time. Next thing you know, there becomes no time, and time runs out. But it's all in progress. It's all about moving forward because you can still hear me sports broadcast in person through subscriptions, and maybe just one day in a place that is a little bit easier for you guys to access. So that is still the goal. The dream has not changed since 2021, and it's all because of NR Night in America and the fact that you all watch. So yes, this Friday will be it. The final e-ticket event, the final iRacing broadcast on this YouTube channel that is currently scheduled and planned. Doesn't mean the YouTube channel will die. I'm still uploading videos and having fun with it from time to time. There is an off season to have fun as well, where I don't think the streaming could stop, but the broadcasting side on the iRacing is coming to a close. So let's enjoy it. Let's have one more green flag, white flag, maybe a couple yellows, and then the checkered flag to close out 5 years of excitement. I'm Jonathan Ramos. It's been a great time alongside Jarrett Lumberg. Jarrett, this Friday.
I can't wait. Countdown. We got NWP
miles.
on Wednesday on Eric's channel, so we'll get you all caught up on that, and then 400 miles and maybe a little extra. Who knows?
Maybe a little extra. We'll see where time goes. Until then, have a great rest of your night, and we'll see you at 8 Eastern, 7 Central for the final e-ticket event, the 2026 NWP 400, where somebody will win $1,000. Have a great rest of your night.